hard as I try, the memories fade like summer nights to the cold. Fate like to us fighting, I saw it in plain sight. As the jam horizon turns your daylight to the lights on the road. And it's setting slow, but if I'm on your mind, I can never know. You'll be faded from mine till I let you go. Soon I'll be out of time, you're a metronome. Count it on you, let the temperature change. Long as you hide me from the blame. Baby, I know I'm set in my ways. Sure as the night bleeds into day. I'm counting up what a killing I made. Taking advantage of all that you gave. I let it blind me to our fate. I'd rather find peace in my grave. So it's better for me this way. Think I wouldn't believe it, baby. It's all I need, you can leave, but some kisses.
Hello guys, what up, what up, what up? We're back with another live stream and we are doing something new. Very risky, but yeah. पहले गाना बंद कर दूँ मैं. ठीक है, पहले गाना बंद होगा. उसके बाद एक सेकंड. पहले तो गाना बंद होगा. ठीक है. उसके बाद display capture on, getting in, then we're gonna watch some stream, brother man. और आज जैसे कि हम देख रहे हैं अभी ALGS चल रहा है, which is Apex Legend Global Series Championship. It's a World Championship for Apex Legends and हमारी एक इंडियन esports organization की टीम भी खेल रही है, which is SATUL, and they have won multiple games. तो बस यार आज bracket stage है, आज elimination stage है. We're gonna watch some games and we're gonna have fun, yeah. मजा आएगा. We'll have fun, we'll have fun. और बढ़िया commentary तो मिलेगी ही जी मेरे साइड से. I'll just restart my Discord pretty quick.
Welcome back, everyone, with the blazing comms here. From crazy thieves to steal that first game, they cleared their backs, they cleared legacy, and you can hear the comms. Let him res, some more KP. Set us up nice after taking that win with not only 12 KP but 12 additional points to add.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jen. Was 8 not enough? We're at the end of the game. He's obviously the kill leader at this point, and he is still greedy for more.
Total 6 matches होती है हर एक group की. 2 groups होते हैं total, and हर group में 10 teams होती है. Then they compete with each other, and yeah. और हमें इन commentators से बड़ा फर्क नहीं पड़ता क्योंकि हम देंगे असली comment. हम करेंगे असली casting game की. And last game was won by 100 Thieves. Finally, बहुत गंदा खेल रहे थे वो. But yeah.
Will make their way to the match point finals lobby that starts tomorrow for our championship, but we have to say goodbye for their lives.
जो match point होगा basically जो इनमें से 10 teams होगी वो कल finals में जाएगी and the rest 10 teams will be going to the lower brackets. I don't believe अगर lower brackets है आज. Wait, let me check. Winners round, yeah. No. Winners round. Then elimination round. Yep. इनका हो चुका है. Yep. इनमें से जो bottom 10 होगी वो चले जाएगी. Soul जो है exited last particular game में 10th.
I let you take the rest of them. That's how it works, Gino.
Trying to balance out the bias here. Hopefully we land somewhere in the middle.
With the amount of amazing fans in this crowd, though, it's hard. You got favorites all over the place, giving them their energy, and I think it's important to note the amount of
अच्छा crowd है
region that has
जो हिसाब से लोग trade game बोलते हैं उसको भी.
and even here
Good crowd,
in
good
this
crowd.
last chance qualifier for our elimination 2 round 2.
Yeah, so if we look at the winners bracket, we actually had 3 from EMEA, 5 from NA, and only 1 from both APAC South and APAC North. In this lobby, there's good representation from all 4 regions.
By the way, Soul की टीम में कोई भी इंडियन नहीं है, सारे ऑस्ट्रेलियंस हैं. वो इंडियन रीजन से नहीं खेलते हैं, ऑजी रीजन से खेलता है.
You know, that hometown hero to root for, someone to cheer on tomorrow.
Trying to be that representative for their region as we get started once again on
Let's go. कौन सा लेजेंड बैन हुआ है मेरे को चेक करना.
You're doing your herb runs here. Your herb runs rather honestly, but the way that Legacy was playing, they They made themselves sit down in that top 3 spot. But it's like
Almost 80% players are on keyboard and
KP,
mouse.
you'll be able to walk away with that. It's like a Christmas coming round 2.
Or
As we get to take a look at where this zone's gonna be pulled
controller
from,
pe only
let's get
like
started.
basic controls, no macros allowed. Macros use नहीं कर सकता.
Currently seeing thus far
Yeah.
from Crazy
Here we
Thieves,
have the
doubles with 12 KP. NIP, you were just talking about the clutch moments as NIP have been able to finish that off with 10 KP. Even
Yep.
Fnatic coming in second with
let's see Soul का क्या चल रहा है. What is Soul doing? Soul के मौज ये उतरे है मिड में मैप के मिड पे. So शार्की लेगेसी इंजर्स को ये खेलते हैं तीनों. Let's see. Yeah. Scout Mozambican like बहुत फेमस मेटा है. या तो SMG या तो एक SMG DMR या तो एक DMR के साथ one shotgun like maybe Mozambican कुछ.
I'm reloading. Yeah.
Can I grab that? Grabbing my Mosums and I'm on the way.
Yep. Soul उतरी है यहाँ पे. It's in the mid. तो यहाँ से rotation very easy होता है. But the thing is कि this particular wall
Hit UAV away,
is
cancel.
kind of fucked up. ये बहुत कम entries होती है यहाँ पे.
They're going right.
So, bank zone maybe?
The drop point's going
Follow
into your bank,
Neon.
right?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, briefing back on like
There's a
Saturday.
there's a Evo there.
Yeah, we can get that and hit the UAV.
फिर हम स्विच करते रहेंगे इनके बीच में. और जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं कहते हैं सिटाडेल गेमिंग पहले से ही रोटेशन रुक रही है. लेजेंड बैन कौन सा था? आई डोंट नो. आई डोंट रिमेंबर लेजेंड बैन कौन सा. बट द थिंग इज कि दे हैव टेकन अ फाइट विद
come
देम.
back here after what we
with
witnessed
who they're fighting right now.
in that first
Look at
match.
this.
The first team to fall, by the way, they were getting picked apart. We
Okay,
had
this is the
Luis
turbine.
Miguel
ये
that were
कुछ जगह होती है
able to
जहाँ
take
से आप
7
मैप के अंदर
forward
रोटेट कर
before
सकते हो.
back in the lobby.
Yeah.
Here's that
And
information. We'll talk about
very
that
nice.
ring
Newcastle,
console. Over by Draft
Rampart.
Point, they were looking at Fire Strays originally.
Newcastle,
Don't
Rampart,
believe they had
and
access to that survey beacon. I know Legacy's coming from
उसका
their south.
नाम कैसे भूल जा. Alter. Yeah. Very good lineup. Very safe lineup basically. Alter जो है वो काम आती है पुश करने के लिए. बाकी तो Legends जो है just keeps you safe. And they're shooting. Bochek is also very famous these days.
Can't believe it.
Bochek and SMG.
Literally a
DMR and
present
SMG with
delivered at their
yeah,
feet.
obviously.
Thank
Yeah.
you very much, Crypto. And Legacy did try to show their face, but they got the zip line right there, the balloon to take, and they're already pinging the team that they're looking on to before they make their next rotation. There's also that Evo Harvester if they haven't been able to obtain that already, and it looks like
Falcon
Season
खेल रही है कि नहीं? मैं
are
बहुत
set
check
after game
करना
number
है.
1.
Let me check.
For their
Falcon is there. Falcon नहीं है ना? Falcon नहीं है. Yeah. Falcon होती तो थोड़ा सीन हो जाता. Overall standings क्या है? Overall standings
They
नहीं
don't
है.
wanna
No, मैं.
give up the space just
Yeah.
yet too early because another team could technically wrap them right behind them.
But they can then very nice, like very nice now.
A nice spot
Be
down
safe.
for energy
Meanwhile,
where
Soul.
a couple of teams might try and push
Yeah, they're having a fight. भाई बहुत बढ़िया सा लगा के रखा है यहाँ पे. चलो ना लाइन अप जा.
so they can't
अल्ट मार दिया इसने अपनी. न्यूकासल ने यहाँ पे अल्ट मार दिया है और यहाँ पे इनके पास लाइन. Fuck, they're playing Valkyrie. It would be difficult for them to
who wants to gatekeep.
play aggressive, but the thing is कि Soul never play aggressive.
They just have to deal with the EMP.
अब ये चेक करें next मैप कहाँ पे आएगा और वो वहाँ जाके बैठ जाएंगे. This is what they do.
Bangalore, oh, it's not that much.
जो strategy काम भी है इनको, but like I don't know कितना काम है इनको.
Ramparts, by the way, tied together with a Newcastle. There's a
Right.
similar case in our last game with Caustic taking the lead there in that ban where it was all the Caustics, all the Newcastles. Now Rampart showing their face instead. SBI now moving up onto the high ground. In the distance, we do see FaZe. They've gotten ahead in terms of their rotation, but their goal from FaZe specifically is going to be able to get that ring console as well as that survey beacon that we noted from the teams that
Let me
wanted to
check
rotate
something, okay?
on the north side of the zone where Lotus is. Even Grow Gaming. When we talk
I'll
about
just check
Galleria
something
playing
pretty quick.
objective, if you know you want to take this slower depending on how your first game went, they could get that information from that own ring console, maybe leave the Galleria ring console for the next zone since they know their backs are cleared and they could just hold on to that for now.
Yeah. It's a plan of attack right there. Yeah, a couple of ring consoles around. As you mentioned, FaZe Clan edging closer to
मेरी stream में private थी ना भाई कोई बात
I guess that's what happens with central zones though as well, right? Like not as many teams will die early. There's not a crush to get into one particular side of the map. And you know,
yeah, like they're doing nice, not gonna lie.
falls,
Take some time for them to realize
everybody.
कि मैप में कौन से साइड पे बैठना है. Look at them भाई कितने कोने में आराम से बैठे भाई. This is what they do. They camp. क्योंकि Apex में ये strategy बहुत rarely काम आती है. It's like कि like क्या समझता हूँ 20% chances of them actually getting successful.
Don't hold that door unless you got a barricade even in Newcastle wall right there too, because you know it's gonna just get blasted down.
Okay,
As 8
the
US
fighting.
in the middle.
Push आ रहा है सामने से.
But they're looking behind them.
इनका पूरा lineup is for rotation only.
In terms of the weapon
2 support
combination,
players and
they've been able to
1 for
witness
recon.
diversity in the rare 30-30, but it's mostly that G7.
1
You get the
support,
triple
1
take,
recon and
Monsoon,
yeah.
You got that charge rifle ready to go.
Oh, Surely by what a yeah.
Handed me a cup of tea.
See.
So I hope the
Very far वो they won't be pushing Soul. Yeah, that was what I feel. But why are they pushing? ये क्यों इतना अलग से खेल रहा है Just को?
to go and
Just को इतना दूर से खेल रहा है. Legacy इतना दूर से खेल रहा है. पीछे से बोचक पड़ रही है.
primed because I tell you what, it's pretty cold here in Sapporo, Vicky, and these are potentially conditions
Still don't know why they're doing it.
I'm not that used to.
No, gather around the campfire because they're gonna sing the campfire song here underneath a lot of these buildings where they can just station up and not move from the spot here. If anything, maybe try to gatekeep more of these teams that want to just play objective and get that information. They're not going to be moving anywhere, so you could expect them to get a little.
Hello, what up, NJ?
chip
What up, NJ? What up?
into that next zone for the teams that do not have that information.
हमेशा की तरह सोल सर्कल के एकदम बीचों बीच बैठा हुआ है. I don't know why they do that, but the thing is कि हाँ चलो ठीक है स्ट्रैटेजी काम आती है, but I don't think ये इतने बड़े प्लेटफॉर्म पे इतने बड़े टूर्नामेंट में इतना खेलना चाहिए कैंप. बट इट्स ओके, चलो ठीक है वो पॉइंट्स ग्राइंड कर रहा है, काम आ जाता है. एटलीस्ट टॉप 10 में तो आ जाता है. एक ब्रेक हो गया रम्पार्ट का शील्ड. अब एक रम्पार्ट आएगी फटाफट शील्ड लगा के चली जाएगी. दैट इज व्हाट दे डू. चेकिंग एंड ammo जो है बहुत बड़ा इशू हो जाता है सोल के लिए sometimes, because what they do is this, they would loot one particular area and then they would sit, and Apex requires you to sit in a bit. Okay, infinite ammo. Okay, never mind. हाँ रम्पार्ट के वॉल के बीच से if you do choose specific upgrade you get infinite ammo.
This is what I was looking for.
हाँ फिर ठीक है फिर okay, because they always play behind the shield only.
Did have that info.
This हाँ
Other
हाँ
squads.
नीड आया.
Same amount of
बताओ.
information here. Boogie Borders
Valkyrie का stun आया.
with a gold alternator at that in
Nade.
the hands of the young gun
Left.
Metro.
one more ult. ये देखो और एक ult मार दी. Nice.
Now, last chance opportunity.
Very easy भाई, very. They Soul is playing very safe. They've been playing very safe.
For now, but it's gonna be Raki. Also looking fantastic with his own alternator.
They'll
Purple
heal,
back here for him
simple.
to work with. They wanna break down that Newcastle wall.
They're playing very close to the Soul बात है भाई. ये हुआ नहीं तो थर्ड पार्टी वैसे तो नहीं करता Soul, बहुत रेयर चांसेस में. ये लास्ट के 2-3 टीम्स होती है तब ये थर्ड पार्टी कहते हैं. एंड द फर्स्ट रूल अबाउट एपेक्स, इफ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू थर्ड पार्टी देन यू डोंट नो हाउ टू प्ले द गेम. अगर आप थर्ड पार्टी नहीं कर सकते तो नो माइंड गाइस, हमारा इंटरनेट चले गया था, वापस आ गया जी. वापस आ गया नहीं, वापस चले गया, वापस चले गया था. नो माइंड से मैंने माय बैड गाइस, माय बैड. गलती से मैंने एक बटन दबा दिया था. इन फक्ड अप. My bad guys, my bad. What up Shandeep? What up?
Attention, and with so many altars, you have the reset potential. You know that some teams could afford to go in for an int, but
Soul, they're playing very easy यार, and they're playing very
they
fast.
cannot be gifted the KP that they were gifted in the last.
कि वो बस बैठे हो, बस फास्ट रोटेट कर रहे हैं. एक स्पेसिफिक शील्ड बना ली उन्होंने एक कोने में सर लाइक मैप के. दे आर डूइंग इट.
Oblivion, SRL, Legacy literally hiding
इसको क्या हो गया? लैग हो गया.
from of the Newcastle wall before they could try to fly away.
Sounds good. This is what they're going to do. क्योंकि मेरे को लगता है नेक्स्ट मैप probably न्यूकैसल विल बी बैंड. तो हर मैच के बाद लाइक टोटल 6 मैचेस होती है. 3 मैचेस एक मैप पे, देन दे स्विच द मैप फॉर 3 मैचेस. एंड हर मैप पे एक लेजेंड बैन होता है, और वो लेजेंड अगर बैन हो गया तो यू कांट यूज इट इन नेक्स्ट 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 गेम्स.
Looking ahead, let's take a look at our
एक बार लेजेंड बैन हो गया तो यू कैन यूज इट अगेन.
replay for the first team that has collapsed in our game number 2. too. I love this fight. We get to watch it all over again. It was Boogie Borders who had taken another rotation, but when we had swapped over, it was Citadel who had tried to go for a play with
Solos
the
being very
Ultra
strong.
Portal, and this is the
Very
time
safe, very safe.
Kino Trope
Apex में बहुत deadly हो जाता है कभी-कभी if you play very safe.
Good luck with that before they find
Because
Citadel had
सामने वाले momentum बना के आते हैं और आपके पास कोई momentum नहीं है.
with Ultra, right, where there's just you're a little bit too high. It's not a
Apex is all about momentum.
Soon he take a bunch of damage, and then he tries to jump back, but it's too far. He gets knocked before he can.
and here was not
सुल कब से खेलता है Apex? कब से? इनका खुद का ऑस्ट्रेलियन लाइनअप है ना इनका.
it's going to be 2 out 4 phase.
अच्छा खेलते हैं ये.
Reset immediately from
But like very safe. इतना नहीं होना चाहिए मतलब थोड़ा PUBG वाला गेम प्ले इनका बट ठीक है.
who have tried to go in for that reset.
They've won multiple matches in the tournament.
And Unlimit have shown their face in this fight. Looking beyond, it's about the info for the survey beacon here too. Lovely G7 shots, but avoiding that last shot as the Ultra takes that portal down.
Now, of course, Unlimited. They aren't here for the survey beacon, Vicky. Sorry, the ring console, should I say? They're just here for kills.
Very simple भाई. ये लोग हमेशा जो है कितने भी players होते हैं they would only take one DMR और Bochek and they would take one SMG or Mozambique. Easy.
Meanwhile, Aurora, by the way, has that mythic pin right next to them.
आजकल G7 Scout and R99 is very common. A very very common combo.
And with Legacy looking at phase now.
Mozambique और G7 Scout यही खेल रहा है. तो Bochek and Bochek G7 Scout तो R99 Volt and Mozambique 3 guns.
Round 3 closing in.
I don't know why they're not using meta guns.
Yeah, Citadel Gaming, the only team to be removed.
हाँ movement and third parties भाई. If you don't know movement like movement भी चलो ठीक है मतलब तुम थोड़ा तो नया प्लेयर भी आके उसको मूवमेंट नहीं पता तो खेल लेगा सीख लेगा वो जंप कर लेगा स्लाइड कर लेगा. बट इफ़ यू डोंट नो हाउ टू थर्ड पार्टी तो फिर गेम ही नहीं है. तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आता. तुम कुछ कर ही नहीं सकते.
Be able to take that. Nexus coming in.
हैंडीकैप.
As phase get eliminated, this is the blood.
और एक अच्छी चीज़ होती है प्रो लीग्स की उसमें बी हॉपर्स नहीं आते. इसमें बी हॉपिंग नहीं होती. दे प्ले विद स्किल्स.
Feel the pressure.
दे डोंट यूज मैक्रोस. अभी हुआ था ना इम्पीरियल हाल को
Stuck in the middle.
लाइक गेम स्टार्ट होने के 20 मिनट पहले ही उसको बोला था डे 1 पे कि आप अपना कंट्रोलर यूज़ नहीं कर सकते. बहुत मैक्रोज है भाई उस पर.
10, at least 10 squads go down in this.
एक तो इम्पीरियल दलाल है साले को. क्या चीज़ की ज़रूरत है? क्यों ज़रूरत है भाई उसको मैक्रोस की? इतना अच्छा खेलता है वो.
Sitting pretty. Everyone else is about
One got down.
to it.
Res for res, though, you can see the crypto drones flying as Legacy are hiding.
Instant jab.
Go Gaming now move up. Hugwadis has to reset. Now it's just popping the shield.
जब तक थर्ड बंदा जिंदा है तो तुम गेम में हो.
Pop it first. He's got the ammo
थर्ड बंदा चले गया तो 2 ही बंदे रह जाओगे फिर. तो तुम्हारे बनने के चांसेस बहुत ज़्यादा है
beacon
क्योंकि every fucking ability is important.
as it's gonna eventually start closing up to their south.
अब सोल जो है थोड़ा आगे जाएगा and then वहाँ पे अपना डेरा जमाएगा.
Their own portal next.
Yeah, so much for the ring.
हाँ अब दे मूव करेंगे वहाँ से. They're gonna move yeah.
That they just want to live.
बस they're checking कौन है फिर वो मूव करेंगे फटाक से.
Center zone. One or two teams have altered for it already.
अल्टा चुकी है वैसे भी शार्की की.
Unlimit still here, still causing problems for Legacy and Grow Gaming.
And while Unlimited look at Grow Gaming, they already know that there is still Legacy that could wrap up right behind them. VK Gaming have been looking at this fight and hearing the whole time. Beautiful shots onto that crypto drone just in case the EMP comes out.
Yeah, because VKG have got options, right? They can go up and try and grab some KP, but they can also swing around down to the south.
It's really crazy here because then you take a look at their composition. They're
I'm gonna eat some chips while watching the game. Right. Very nice. I'm gonna have some fun.
They're in some trouble though as Casa gets taken out and finished by ninjas in pajamas while Crazy Thieves uninterrupted.
Yeah, 100 Thieves is playing as Crazy Thieves. I don't know why, but okay.
Crazy Thieves after they just won
They won the last match. बहुत गंदा खेल रहे थे 3 दिन से, but they won the last match, which is that's good. Fnatic is playing bad. TSM is playing bad. जब से Imperial हाल चला गया. Easy by just look at them. Look at them. They push and they put an ulti in the zone. This is what they have been doing for past 3 days. कितनी मैचेस खेली है लोगों ने? कितना 6 हाँ नेड आ गया इन पे. नेड आ गया. Thiuman शॉटगन मेटा नहीं है. नहीं यार Thiuman पता नहीं क्यों नहीं यूज़ कर रहे यार, क्योंकि अपडेट में दे हैव बैलेंस्ड. अभी जो रिसेंट अपडेट आया था 1 वीक पहले, दे बैलेंस्ड ऑल द गन्स. और लाइक के अभी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि SMG लेके तुम ओवर पावर कर सकते हो किसी को. Thiuman is very balanced now, but people not using it because like fire rate की वजह से. G7 Scout long range fights ले सकता है, plus P2020 कैसे पुश करने के लिए. पुश करने में तो देखो आर्थिवन जो हमेशा मिड रेंज में काम आता है, लॉन्ग रेंज और क्लोज रेंज में नहीं. वो मैं यूज़ कर लेता हूँ, पता नहीं कैसे यूज़ कर लेता हूँ, बट यार हिप फायर भी बहुत गंदा है आर्थिवन का. They're gonna shoot and they're gonna come back. This is what they do. Soul is very good at doing this. But healings भी तो कम है, नहीं 6 है ना इस पे. 6 से मिल गया इसको. 2 मिल गया. 6 और 2. Healings कम है. They need to loot. And like loot in the sense कि they need to kill someone to grab the loot. Eh? 12 टीम्स है. नहीं हगना नहीं. गए. फक हो गया. सोल गई. गैप. डेड. नाइस ट्राई, बट इतना सेफ नहीं खेलते भाई. इतना सेफ नहीं खेलते. नहीं खेलते इतना सेफ कभी नहीं खेलते इतना सेफ. जितना सेफ खेलोगे उतना चूदोगे तुम गेम में. Soul got eliminated at 12 ना. हाँ, they need to play very well next 2-3 games अगर उनको रहना है टूर्नामेंट में. वो 6th पे थे पता है. कल मॉर्निंग तक के टॉप 40 टीम्स में से 6th पे थे वो. खत्म. फनाटिक भी चुद गई. And I don't know why वो मैं दोस्त के साथ खेलता था. वो आर्थिवन शॉटगन में स्नाइपर R90 नहीं यूज़ करता था. स्नाइपर मेटा कभी यूज़ नहीं होगा इसमें. देखो RE45 यूज़ कर रहे हैं लोग क्योंकि RE45 जो है उसको बफ मिला था रिसेंटली. RE45 एंड हम लोग भी यूज़ करते हैं लोग बर्स्ट के लिए. वही SMG इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर देम क्योंकि RE45 इज़ इन SMG कैटेगरी. They need to play well. सोल को खेलना पड़ेगा अच्छा. फनाटिक का तो नहीं है चांसेस बैठने के. ये मैच के बाद से पता चलेगा स्टैंडिंग्स क्या है तुम्हारा. मैं मैच चिप्स खा रहा हूँ. मैं चिप्स खाने की आवाज़ आएगी तो जस्ट इग्नोर करेगा जिसको थोड़ी चिप्स आवाज़.
We just talked about Metro, who had 5 before. The coexisting of Boogie Borders holding onto the roof as Grow Gaming, they wanted to get out of that chaos before coming right back around up the portal to re-engage after they hear the fights. But Legacy, they rather stay uninvolved.
इनको भी करना पड़ेगा. Legacy is also a good team, but like they are like अगर अच्छा खेलती है तो अच्छा खेलती है, गंदा खेलती है तो बहुत गंदा खेलती है. कंसिस्टेंट नहीं है इनका skills. Gameplay.
In front of them. So many people about to come out of this building. Wolves are looking at them, but they're also worrying about their one main threat. 5 fears behind them.
Rampart is my sleep paralysis demon for a reason, and every time I hear that Sheila, I get a little scared here. But Wolf Esports, after being able to hold down
अब तो यार Apex बहुत ज़्यादा easy हो गई है.
They're out for blood as Oblivion make their move off of that Wraith portal. They have repositioned right on top of Legacy. They stop Yanya. He's forced to drop down behind the Rampart walls. But Boogie Porters, as they land right on top of their heads, they're in trouble. Metro, the last one alive. They cannot clutch. They go out in 6th place. 5 spots left. And it's Wolves looking at 5 years.
This is the best thing भाई. ये इतनी movement अब use नहीं करते गेम में. Professional matches में. ये देखो घुस गए. अब ये फिर से थर्ड पार्टी होंगे. लास्ट लॉन्डा ग्रुप है. ओह फक मैन. थर्ड पार्टीज. टीम मैंगो ट्रैश. मैंगो कहाँ की है? एशियन टीम है.
Well, 5 fears. They were the only person that Wolves were worrying about, the only team, and it seems
ये
like they
बिल्कुल
were
भी
all
मूवमेंट
worried
अब्यूज नहीं
about
करते, ये जो
this
एशियन
point
टीम्स होती
because
है,
they
बस
are
एक अमेरिकन
actually
टीम है वो
down.
करती है.
I've got to say, I don't know if
ये
this
क्या
is
दो?
intentional or not, but the fact that it was like the millisecond that missile swarm came out and your gun gets packed
12
away, they went in. And
चलो
that
2
was
किल पॉइंट तो निकाले.
literally the amount of time that they required to wipe Wolves.
It really helps out when your POI is energy bank too, right? And you're able to find that position relatively early. Harassing what we saw from the other side of Fnatic with Genotrope to their backs as Genotrope do land in settlement, so they were also able to take that back end position.
पहली
Able to finish off with
8
not
टीम्स
only
बहुत स्लो
Genotrope,
जाती है,
but
फिर जब
7 KP Oblivion with
पहले
Monsoon
10 टीम्स में
by the
आऊंगा
way,
बहुत स्लो
surviving
जाती है,
to
बट
second
जैसे ही
place
जाना शुरू होती है ना,
since
लास्ट
they were
जो
able to get that 5 KP.
पहली 10 टीम्स होती है इंस्टेंटली गिरना शुरू हो जाती है.
Placement point's not too bad on the back of that either. Hey, so here is our last chance qualifier winners, the Boogie Borders, in at the last moment, but they might be here till the last if they keep playing like this. 9 kills for those boys in our second game, as well as 5,000 damage. Big damage differential as well. I mean, it all started with that incredible...
इंपीरियल हाल की भी टीम है वो फाइनल्स में. इससे बात होगी बाद में.
I mean, yeah, wow. Like,
तो definitely finals में.
the coolest Red Bull first strikes we've seen, I think, so far, Vicky. I mean, the way that Citadel moved in, you were like, oh, they've completely caught them off guard. But all of a sudden, Boogie Borders show us that they are not done yet.
It was like the Lace interview power-up, right? Look at Metro feeling himself. Love to
Series
see
is
here
on
as we take a look
done
at the series
13. They
results.
need to do
Crazy
something.
Steeds were still able to get some KP.
SBI स्पोर्ट्स सबसे
30
टट्टी टीम थी
in total.
पिछले 3 दिन में. अब वो सोल से ऊपर जा चुकी है. इमेजिन फनाटिक वाज आल्सो टट्टी, पता नहीं क्या हो गया इनको.
Tied things up with
और
21 points. It's already looking
100 Thieves भी टट्टी थी, अभी
on
टॉप पे
the
बैठी है.
upper half of this lobby.
Yeah, we're saying we wouldn't mind a couple of APAC South and APAC North.
सोल को
start joining their brethren,
एक
coming
टॉप 5
in
चाहिए.
tomorrow. Certainly it seems like
एक
APAC
टॉप
South
3, एक
is
टॉप
on
5, एक टॉप
track
10 अगर
with
गेम में बने
Borders,
रहना है तो.
Mango and Wolves now slipping into that top 10. 5 years as
या तो
well
टोटल
there. So
और
APAC
2
got a
टॉप
little
3
work
चाहिए.
to do. Unlimit, certainly one of the teams that we were hoping would pop off here, as well as Fnatic.
And I believe we saw the Newcastle and Rampart that were tied for that legend selection in
हाल फैल्कन से चले खेला है.
the Newcastle looking at game
उसका दूसरा ग्रुप है, अभी बाद में होगा.
next, which is detrimental since we
उसी वजह से तो
still have more
TSM
EVs
दिखती
to
भी नहीं
go.
है आसपास.
This also could mean that we're not going to see as many Valkyries, maybe even more
Yeah.
altars.
सबको लगा कि हाल का कंट्रोलर हटा देंगे तो हकता रहेगा. भाई जो मार रहा है घुस-घुस के. Fuck भाई, that guy is crazy.
I mean, Alt has been a massive factor so far. Always kind of is on E-Districts, right? I mean, how many cool plays did we see there with the Altar in
E-District पे last match है अभी last.
zone? Well, here we go. That's 2 games in. Why don't we go to a little break here and we'll come back with
Break
more
है?
Apex and our last E-District map in just a second. See you there, guys.
एपेक्स की एक और एक चीज अच्छी लगती है, 5-5 मिनट में मैचेस स्टार्ट हो जाती है.
Sony InZone, the official monitor and audio partner of the Apex Legends Global Series.
2 मिनट में मैच स्टार्ट. कल फाइनल्स है. इन 2 ग्रुप्स में से टॉप 10 नहीं जाएगी, सीधा फाइनल्स में. बाकी जो ये बुल्स स्पोर्ट अपना लैम्पटन वंडर्स का टीम है, क्या आइडिया नहीं है मेरे को, उसका आइडिया नहीं बुल्स का, शायद उसी का ही है शायद.
Tactics, bold maneuvers. You've a curious mind. Care to find?
अरे सारी बड़ी ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस खेलती है एपेक्स. कोई चूतिया ही बोलता होगा एपेक्स डाटा इंडिया में और लाइक ग्लोबली. एपेक्स की ऑडियंस बहुत लॉयल है. ओए ड्रॉप मिलेगा लेकिन स्प्रे मिलेगा क्या ही चाहिए डाउन बंदे ने इन्फो दी उसकी चूतिया रिवाइव देने से पहले घुस गया अंदर वो ओब्लियन वाला लिबियन वाला अपना बंदे को रिवाइव दे सकता था
2 games done in the lower bracket final here in the beautiful city of Sapporo in our day 3 of the ALGS championship. One more game to go on E District to see where our teams settle before we make the transition onto World's Edge.
That's right, Vicky. We've got 4
Oh,
games
World's Edge है,
and
मजा आएगा
we are getting ever closer to eliminating another 10 teams.
न्यूकासल पान हो गया
Had
बिलीव
massive names go out in elimination round 1 earlier today, and we are going to have even more joining them here. It's a little crazy, this finals lobby that we're going to end up with. We've got plenty of the favorites in there, don't you worry. But yeah, for those who like dark horses, for those who like it to be a little bit more of a surprise, well, I don't think you're going to be disappointed either.
No, I'm honestly seeing how World's Edge was priored in terms of
यार लुलू लवली आ जाती तो मजा आ जाता है
means
देखने में
that the action is just starting here in the series, right? 2 games done, and we already get to see teams soaking up a lot more of those points. Looking at 5F though specifically, I really like those comms coming at the very end. They were very patient through energy. That is their POI. And we get to see their faces. They were popping up earlier on in those comms, getting a little sleepy, but it's time to wake up after that dub. Got 7 KP. Newcastle, by the way, once again, will not be played anymore. He's back in jail for now after game number 2.
बहुत कम कंट्रोलर प्लेयर्स यार
We
लाइक
get started here on E District. I also like the vibes here
कितना है
from Crazy Thieves. Only smiling, was feeling himself just earlier after taking that first game.
Yeah, it's a nice little change, isn't it? From some of the vibes we
हो
got
सकता
almost all the way
24
up until like the final
240 में से 40 प्लेयर्स ही होंगे उससे भी कम कंट्रोलर वाले
Think about that mentality and being able to find that confidence. You got to ride with that momentum. It
E
really
District
started kickstarting for them
बैंड है
yesterday.
बैंड के दिया
A little late, but this is the
न्यूकासल
climb
को
that they've decided to take. Gotta
अब
hold
सोल्ट
on to
रम्पार्ट
that
खेलेगी
number 1 spot though, because it's not only about transitioning with the top 10 teams into that finals lobby, but you also want to have at least some sort of seating priority when you come out of the elimination lower bracket final.
क्या लिया है
I mean, a quick look at the scan of the scoreboard right now, and Citadel Gaming are sitting on a donut.
Yeah.
And that's not the one playing for Wolves right now, Vicky. That is a 0 points, and I am flabbergasted by that, to say the least. Zuni was one of the kill leaders. Citadel as a team were
सोल
looking
मांगा है क्यों चूतिया
strong.
दिख रहे हैं
How have they ended up in this situation? Look, 2 games in, 4
Soul
games
का है
is
नहीं।
more than enough for them to grab a
हाँ भाई।
dub and
नहीं
maybe
है।
push their stocks up into that top 10. But wow, that is a rough start for them.
The fans here too, getting creative.
Wolves तो इनकी है ना
Sports having
एशियन
a
टीम
lot
ही
of
है
fans trying to give them
जापानीज
their
टीम है
energy. No name specifically being called out, but it's 5F over in their POI of energy. Where will this zone be taking us here in energy? We keep talking about how often we see these northwestern circles. As we take a quick pause here before the action really kicks off on E District. Hopefully our players
होगा?
are loaded and ready to go. But while we get settled,
Oh.
look at this beautiful crowd.
Oh, fuck हो गया
There's
इनका
so many
कुछ तो
heads
fuck
to
हो गया इनका
count, and it's the second to last stage, Just imagine what this arena is going to look like and sound like. for
पॉज
us.
हो गया गेम
Right? I mean, I know a couple of people who said, yeah, I might just turn off for Sunday. So the fact that we've got this many fans here for Saturday is a very,
Fuck,
very
fuck.
good omen. Also, it means that they're way more dedicated than the other fans I was mentioning.
Look at this. They're still coming out.
साला पॉज से पूरा मोमेंटम टूट गया था मैं क्या करूं
They want to see it. Do it again. E Gaming having a great year thus far,
Oh,
but being
wow.
able, oh my goodness, look at the, hold up. I like what we're seeing here. Got the Sasuke pictures too. Love the artists that we have in the crowd.
They always have such a dedicated fan contingent here, and I love this. That's clearly not an old flag. They've literally got them there holding that EWC trophy. #1 gamers. And we've talked about some of the other, heavyweights that have gone home, and BKG, I mean, they have to be in that conversation. It has been a big drop-off for them. I mean, we were a little worried with, you know, QQ taking that break.
Razer की chair,
It was going to affect the team. but
Sony
I
के
think the
monitors,
consensus was still that, you know, what was
और
that?
Sony के
Quote
headphones.
Jayhawk, I think it was like, you don't forget how to play the game. And the fact they've come in here and looked a little bit shaky throughout this tournament.
360 hertz,
Some
24
points.
inch.
So look, it's not over for VK just yet, but 4 points on the board after 2 games does give them quite a bit of work to do. 36 was our previous cutoff, so, you know, if we take that, it's something like 32 points more now that BKG would need across than
OLED
next
है
4
शायद,
games.
हाँ
8
OLED.
points a game, Vicky.
Why don't we take a look at the stats too, just highlighting how all of our teams have been able to move up the way that they have, especially on a map like E District. It's gonna be Crazy Thieves versus our Game 2 winners, 5 Fear. So Game 1 winners versus our Game 2 winners specifically. And the difference maker too, with 13 KP going at the hands of Crazy Thieves. And we did see Jeff
Assist और ये
Palmer
देखो
on
भाई,
that
kills.
Caustic 8 KP specifically for him. Well, we get to see 5 Fears try to replicate that with 7 KP in total.
Far Thief.
Yeah, I bet
10
he,
KP rather, yeah.
I bet he loves game 1.
I
I bet he
flow.
loves getting let off the leash like
Go-
that. An aggro character,
go
the
gaps.
best aggro character in Apex Legends right now, you'd have to say. I mean, it's weird because he's a controller character, but the way that his util works is just devastating. And obviously, Jen Burton is one man.
कोई
who
गया क्यों नहीं है
is
सोल से
to his
जापान क्यों नहीं गया
fullest
मैचेस के लिए
extent. There's one of his fans right now.
शायद कल
I
जाएंगे
love
फाइनल्स
it.
अगर
Our
पहुंची तो
fans have been coming out in waves. I have to highlight, when you talk about Jen and the Caustic, I had to look at the damage immediately. 5 Fears still have more
Oh,
damage
Asian chick.
over Crazy Thieves after that second game, but the team that has the most damage is actually Oblivion, and you could guess why, right? With
Sure.
Monsoon and those snipers,
पानी
he
लेके
got
आता हूँ
like
एक
9.1k damage done, but he's in the top 5 with the rest of his squad, sitting with 21 points. They gotta get those placement points aside from the KP and even the damage farming that they have been doing. As we get started, guys, thank you so much for your patience. Let's get this game number 2 rolling with 5 Fears. Once again, your winners of game number 2 to start things off for us. And I like where this zone is pulling, because you could see a zone like this. You could see, all right, let's go start moving over to City Hall, maybe play off the ring consoles if you don't have that information. But for the teams that do have that information, because there won't be a ring console this game around over by Galleria, like we saw earlier on. But Oblivion landing to the southwest side of Heights, do have a ring console and that survey beacon, so they're able to immediately fly into position. Oblivion wanting to get on top of the high ground over by Electro Dam, all according to plan, because that's going to be the farming sim again when it comes to the damage and those long-range weapons.
Oh, they are just yeeting themselves into Electro Dam right now, followed very closely by Team Mango. We've noted this before, but they are playing the dual controller composition. They've got the Catalyst and the Watson setup, so this is basically best case scenario for them. They get a scan, they get that information, and they get to set up immediately. Very, very good for Team Mango supporters.
I remember when this map first came out and seeing a zone like this, thinking, all right, I got the high ground over by Electro, all is good. Zone pulls away from you and you're out in the water closer to the gravity cannon and there's nowhere to hide. It gets so crazy, but you know there's that building right underneath Dam that you could kind of tuck yourself in, and with the amount of ramparts that we have in this lobby, it comes in clutch because you won't have that Newcastle. Remember, since you won't have that Newcastle, you won't have as many Valkyries. That doesn't mean you won't have any Valkyries in general. We do have a few in this lobby, but Alter is actually the most utilized legend in this game. 12 Alter specifically.
Yeah, and we've been talking about how Alter, at the start of the LAN, I was saying Alter is the 3rd best controller legend. Now we're seeing it actually move up into the 2nd pick here, and that might be just because we're starting off on E District, and Alter does tend to get picked a little more on this map for reasons that we've seen become very apparent throughout the last 2 games. It's a very good pick. It's a map that's kind of designed around her a little bit, with some of the chokes and walls that you can phase through, so that makes a lot of sense. But of course, yeah, as you say, it means we won't see her on World's Edge.
Well, I like this actually. Instead of just trying to contest this way, they're just going to be able to take that ultra portal. You were just highlighting it with the creative rollouts that you can move into. And having Care Pack right in front of you, well, absolutely take that. now going to be able to get a power weapon. I mean, the power to the people. I mean, power to Crazy Thieves maybe. As 5F looking at Wolves actually, no name right underneath 5F Thief. They do not see him. He's actually opting to rotate on the other side of the choke. 5 Fears looking to engage in another fight. The EMP to start things off. Scott is going to be able to move in together with the portal, but I don't like the fact that he has no mag on that R9. They don't have all that information, destroying that crypto drone without having to overextend. 5 Fears want to look to their backs to make sure that they do not get pushed from their 6.
Yeah, naked R9's a bit rough. Can't one clip someone with that, can ya? Maybe if you hit a couple of headshots.
In their time, though, with so many other teams moving up over by Electro, we know that eventually it's going to be really difficult to try to find your space with the water being so open, especially if the buildings over in that lot to the south of Electro has already been taken up by these Rampart teams.
I think you're correct. I also think teams are starting to get a little skittish here. Vicky, where are the early fights? Where are the teams full sending it? I think these teams are worried about going home, and it is affecting their decision making because honestly, how could it not? And it really only is the LAN veterans that can get past that hump and play better in these high-pressure scenarios. And I think that's why someone like Panna on Boogie Boarder's team is going to be helping them out. I think that's why someone like Phony, that has done this all before, just like Jen and Burhals, but he's the one guiding them, will be so key in getting them to our match point finals tomorrow.
Somebody else has experience as Vayne, but unfortunately, it's the map that has his number. He fell off, and the curve gets the res at the very least just as quickly, and they do have the insurance policy to move right back up to the height. But other teams have heard this. This also takes up that beacon for other teams to try to utilize. You see the crypto drones flying around. They need the fly swatter as Vayne gets taking a lot of damage before moving back.
Yeah, that was a jump off the map, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Yep. Oh, you were just sorry. Sometimes I just forget how nice you are, Vicky. You didn't want to point it out. I'm gonna call him out. I'll do it. I'll be that guy.
I love it. That's why we got you, Genome. I saw it happen. It's Electro. I mean, it could be inevitable out here. Oblivion are holding height, but VK Gaming are holding on to their life specifically for that Rampart before they're forced to back away. Trying to pop the med kit in time. They don't want to get caught on this rotate because it's fire strays to their back, and it was the fight for the survey beacon. If any of these teams wanted to take a much more roundabout rotation, they could have actually opted to go for the ring console to the right of where VK Gaming's pushing.
Fire strays now. They're coming up towards VK Gaming and SBI. Legacy trying to gatekeep as well with fire strays actually opting to go out. Now I want to see this map because, oh, what's that? It goes south? Galleria's in, of course, as we said last time, won't end there. It'll end on the canals to the north of that. But as you can see, most teams clustered around the top of Electro Dam here. Not quite sure if they're expecting it to go that far south. Unlimited just kind of made it to City Hall, and I can tell you that's something I was expecting, Vicky, because I tell you what, in my pick'ems we had, what is the team that will take the most ring damage? I put Unlimit. These guys are very tardy in their entry to the zone. And I was close, actually. I think they were second or third, but...
You've been really observing them on those slower rotates. You know what's crazy, though, too, for a lot of the teams that want to commit over on the high ground of Electro, if they're the ones rocking their ultra, they could just reset with their own portals that they maybe have been able to hide away to the south of this zone pool just in case they do not have a Valkyrie to try to reposition. As, again, I believe we have, like, what, 6 Valkyries or so in this lobby. As we now move in, rather 8 Valkyries specifically, but much more of these ultras, a lot of these cryptos to get that information, as well as the Ramparts, 9 Ramparts specifically, Kino Trope, getting that info while also still rocking the Mad Maggie.
Yeah, a couple Maggies running around. CRT, obviously, #1 team in the lobby, is also running that. Here we're getting a view of some of our teams up the top of Electro Dam. You got Citadel Gaming there sitting to the southern side of it, as well as Fnatic to the more northern side. And then just below them on the second level, you've got Ninjas in Pajamas, who thankfully have managed to get all 3 of their members back up.
But how do you lead from this position if you don't have the opportunity with an ability or even that ultimate to just go back down to the south of the zone? And they don't have that info of where that zone is pulling, but eventually they will have to move away from Electro Dam. Oblivion had to call that perfectly when they were able to take control over that no-name lot to the south of Dam that we kept mentioning. There was that other no-name lot that Team Mango's at on the edge of the other side of the zone, and Aurora are also looking at all the teams piled up on top of each other. You mentioned NIP, Fnatic, FaZe. We do know that there is an Evil Harvester that exits out of Lotus by that choke where Wolves Esports is going to be by, but Boogie Boarders are taking their time. They're playing objective, survey, beacon, as well as ring console in their hands for them to deal with the approach that they want to go into that next zone.
Yeah, it could be a long walk around, or perhaps they just go straight through Five Fears and net themselves a sick position. Kinotrope and Fire. Do they really want to fight each other here? They're both in actually quite good positions. Not that Fire Stray has a composition where they really want to sit still. They do want to be taking fights with this, but Cersei may need to hold his horses here and just bunker down for a little bit.
It's just crazy. 20 squads left, only one player dropped, and I believe it was from Wolves.
Yeah.
And Fire Strays looking to get involved, maybe add some more numbers on the board before diving down onto the low ground, the repositioning, the crypto drones flying around. Gotta call in the Exterminator before Fire try to fully extend here. Dancing around these ultra portals, ringing around the Rosie. Yuka tries to go back. They get the first knock onto Cannon. Now Crook, nice positioning on the Wrecking Ball. Just trying to clear their backs here.
Yeah, unfortunately just bounces straight back out like a ping pong ball.
But this is the green light for Legacy. For free? I mean, again, Legacy capitalizing off of a third-party Kinotrope. Get eliminated. You will not be recalling that teammate back with the Altar Portal. And they call out exactly where they're positioned on the other side of the fence, but they lose out on Hugwadis. Now 2 left for Legacy as they're looking to try to commit.
Yeah, does anybody else have this info? They're like, why are all these teams fighting all the way down here on the south? As the ring starts to shift down here, they may get a little inkling for that.
You can't find him. Yanya can't find him. They get the res, but he was dancing around the portal. They heard the res originally, and Cersei, nothing to see here. You didn't catch me before, you won't catch me now. He was able to climb up and hide in that corner.
He's about a mile away from his team right now. And Sorale go down. That's 0 points for them. Boogie Boarders as well. Looks like they got cleaned up by Oblivion.
I can't believe the fact that we keep seeing Legacy just trying to find Fire Strays and then Fire Strays still as a solo trying to run away because SBI are trying to pick that up if they could chase down that one straggler, and they actually just move past him as a solo moves out of Galleria. It's inevitable before he runs into Crazy Thieves. But first, let's take a look at FaZe because they're isolated on that north side as a lot of these teams had moved down to the south of that next zone once they saw where the zone's pulling. And FaZe is the last one to kind of get the memo with so many other teams getting ahead of them. NIP being one of them, Grow Gaming with that Altar Portal. We're actually able to reposition, setting that up just in case they saw the zone move down.
Yeah, nice little backup for them to have. You can see Team Mango's heads are on a swivel. Citadel Gaming finish E-District with 0 points. But as you see, these unexpected zone shifts, just everybody looking everywhere. What are the other teams doing? Where can we go? What are our options? The map just starts to be, just littered with these little arrows pointing left and right.
They finally call out Enemy, by the way, who broke Legacy's ankles, but it's okay. Now Fire Strays are eliminated out of this lobby. Legacy's still in here, and SBI were able to clean that up. Now trying to take a portal to see what the action's looking like over by Galleria. You may want to move back around as Legacy, that one member, the Altar going right back after finding themselves pinched between Fnatic and SBI. The crypto drones are out and about, but I like where the zone pool is going to be moving on to because Legacy are on the edge of that southeastern zone, and Grow Gaming can kind of walk up behind Oblivion.
And there's a couple of specific points that the Altars can get through there from Galleria to the canal where it will be finishing. So Legacy need to have their head on a swivel, watching void passages coming through there because SBI Esports, VK Gaming, Fnatic, and Crazy Thieves are all still in Galleria.
Such a pile up there. Imagine what the choke is going to look like by the energy arsenal, where Wolves Esports are also looking at the problem of Unlimit and Five Fears over by the northwest side. Five Fears lost out on the Altar, Kraber in hand. For Fafafiv, he needs to give him suppressed fire though, because they're looking to try to get a reset. Ooh, the shimmy to the side, avoiding that Kraber shot. Swaps over to the G7. G7 and Kraber, by the way, is a crazy weapon loadout to rely on.
Yeah, talking about combos, I mean, what about Kraber behind amped cover? That good enough for you? See you later, Purple Armor.
Enough to delete their eyebrows off their face. A Jalari man gets that following knock. 5F in some trouble. Unlimit Cole Pochak here. Able to walk away with that one, putting in enough of that pressure. It's about getting that ultimate for the Valkyrie so that way they can take to the skies, get information. They can see the missile swarm from a distance, covering a good amount of that space. But if they really wanted to reset there, you could also see that portal that's right behind them. With round 4 closing in, it's about moving forward.
Again, Unlimit with their backs to the zone. We just talked about how common an occurrence this is, and in this situation, I don't love it. They have to get through, what, Wolves Esports, and I don't know, man. Their chances of making it here alive seem low.
Can you imagine what a different story this would be if Ultra did not get nerfed, by the way, and you had 2 portals? I mean, completely different look of Apex. That's why we have the balance changes that we do. As more teams take to the skies off the Valkyrie. Oh, the Kraber shots, they land onto Donut, and Unlimit have lost out on Peace, but they do not expect Yanya to be shooting at them from the outside of zone. 1 member left, and with the gold R9, that's all you need. The catwalls, though. Crazy Thieves get eliminated. Unfortunately for Verholz, he can't hump those spikes, but better yet, for Fnatic, they clean up the straps.
They wanted that. They needed that. It was a massive Valkolt slam from Unlimit there. And sure, they take out Phony's master plan, but it's not the only team in the area. Fnatic come in with some very, very required points. But now Wolves Esports are looking at them. You can see this, and not only that, they've got the Kraber P20s. He's coming to his team. Please shoot the wall out so I can Kraber his head off.
Oh, have to be careful, though, too. With the Ultra Portal, not wanting to get kidnapped from the other side, as most move up. They heard the Sheila, now it's their turn. Dota in the back of the rock, SBI right behind them, and Yuka cannot clutch out as Fnatic get eliminated in 10th. Dota now walks up. He tries to go for the evil shield swap, but unfortunately cannot pull it off. Wolves are the next to fall as SBI, they were looking for the 4th party from the very beginning.
We talked about Legacy having to worry about the void passages coming through from Galleria. It's their void passages. They are the ones that you worry about, and they keep just ducking in. And you saw how many teams he actually griefed there. Every time there was a 3v3 happening, Legacy's like, hey guys, just popping in here. I'll just grab 1 kill with the R99 real quick.
Now you see me, now you don't, before moving back to the safety of the zone. That's why it's so important to be able to phase through these walls before going back to your team, who's also getting information in real time behind these rampart walls, looking at the action in front of them. NIP have lots of glove, and Kurib loses out on his shield here, but he has to reload. He goes in for the full animation, and NIP, they get eliminated. S8UL are able to get this res onto Legacy. No one's looking at them, but the zone is closing in behind their backs.
Sharky, Mr. Reliable, does it just when they need him. Unfortunately, they're going to have to leave 1 behind. Or are they? No, they actually managed to bring him with them there. Must have been healing.
And with 7 squads left, Legacy was still farming, still finding SBI in their line of sight. VKG to match that, finding that knock onto Monsoon. Grow Gaming moving up the Crypto Drone, giving them that information as Legacy pushing Jaguares with a juiced up triple take. The hipfire shots are enough. Vamos Legacy as SBI get eliminated. And now Aurora, they're coming in for the 3P. No reset for Legacy.
Yep, Grow Gaming, they take out Oblivion. S8 somehow with 0 time to reset. They'll take out BK Gaming. But Aurora and Legacy swap positions. Legacy go back to their Void Nexus. Aurora should have taken that out on the come up.
The Void Nexus, though, the insurance for Legacy to reposition is huge, and they hear this fight. Aurora looking up at S8UL, and Grow Gaming duking it off over by the north side, while Grow Gaming still have that slight height advantage in our last 4 squads left.
Okay, S8, they are just trying to huddle behind any cover that they find, but they go center zone. All of a sudden now Grow Gaming are on the outside.
Legacy with the crypto that was still alive, by the way, was able to pick up the banner and get the res off the beacon that they called in right behind their backs. So all 3 members of Legacy are alive. And look at the setup that they have by the bus too.
It's beautiful. It's looking stacked over there like a newly assembled Lego machine. We've got S8. They just managed to get a revive off as well. So all of a sudden, it's a top 4 3v3v3v3.
Oh no, Hiraka was trying to pop the ult out to be able to have the EMP. No Evo Shield swap, it looks like here. He's fully committed to the shield back, but he's got to get into the zone. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Literally one shot, but hiding behind the rampart walls for
Scrape it down!
Choco being able to find Yanya, though. He can't be as lax, as now he's got to sit up together to try to get that res, as Legacy move up away from Aurora.
We just talked about what a threat that was behind the amped cover, and bam, we've got Hiraka down as well. Dropped him with the scout. S8UL continue to huddle, but Legacy go in for the kill.
And Jaguares being able to follow up to get that knock, and Grow helping them out at the hands of Drop and the G7. Now he gets dropped before we see trades from both sides. 4 squads left, and Grow Gaming, they gotta reset. They gotta look at what's happening right behind them before Yanya comes out of the skies.
S8 go down, but 9 kills isn't too shabby.
Slab is still alive, by the way. The solo of Aurora of the Wraith is still alive. But Legacy are looking to farm, and they did not expect Slab to be right next to him.
Aurora still have one alive as well, but they go down in third. Now we see the final showdown.
Legacy move up on top of Grow Gaming. It was just a matter of time as Legacy take the last game on E-District for match number 3. El Legado. That's what we like to see, the pop-off from our Orgless team, Legacy. Crazy storylines following this team. And I feel like this is a team that doesn't get as much credit as of recent. Results could be shaky here, but with the meta constantly evolving here, trying to find your footing. And this is another team I would like to highlight is very momentum heavy. This is another team when it comes to their mentality. They like to push that into World's Edge now as we make that transition going into match number 4. But it's about keeping up the KP value that they've been able to find over the course of the last 3 games.
Oh, they've got tons of it, Vicky. They're sitting on just about double as much as anybody else in this lobby right now. And look, we're only doing the first 3 games here, but as we hand it over to the others, Vicky, we can actually say, I think we've got one team in the match point finals tomorrow already, and that is Legacy. Here we go, 24 points for them. Grow Gaming pick up an important 15. S8UL, who we also mentioned were having a slow start, managed to grab 14.
We talk about some good luck charms, by the way. And there are some rare moments. I haven't been able to cast over Legacy as much. They were my pick of predictions going into this series, but I was not expecting Legacy to have 27 total KP in just 3 games. They sit at the very top with 48 points. Grow Gaming right behind them. They haven't found themselves a dub, but they have been able to find themselves KP.
I mean, I love that from Legacy. It was one of the smartest, most aggressive, most proactive end games we have seen this tournament. The way that they were protecting the important space on the Electro Dam side of the wall, as well as popping into Galleria, and they single-handedly ended about 4 teams. You know, maybe not with their own hands, but the fact that he was popping through and getting those R91 clips just meant that they didn't have time to reset.
Exactly, and you're just griefing other teams, right? They're feeling the pressure, they're utilizing their utility because they're feeling scared, and then they're looking to their backs to make sure that there's not going to be another team trying to 3P them, and that's the beauty of the pressure that we've been seeing from Legacy. I want to hear more from you guys over by the desk. I hear you guys have a special guest with you as Jumba has joined us.
That is right, Vicky. We do have a special guest, okay? Jumba's decided to hop on during this series here because Elimination Round 2 was just too exciting for you to stay away from. We're going to dive into all of that here in just a second, but for now, say hello to everybody.
What's up, everyone? Yeah, it was a year ago at this event. It was my first time on the desk, so what better than to be back finally with you guys?
Also, you know, Jumbo, one of the many amazing minds behind a lot of the hilarious content you've been seeing all weekend long, so big shout out to Jumbo for that as well. Give me your thoughts real quick on what you've seen out of the competition so far this weekend.
Oh, it's been some of the most competitive Apex I've seen in like the last 2 years. It feels like finally like all the teams are very much on an equal plane, and we see that with every game ending, you know, close to 15, 18 squads. It's been awesome.
Yeah, this has been a very fun elimination round 2 so far. Lots of these teams starting to pop off when it matters, okay? We are now halfway through the last series of the day, and we're going to take a look back at those final moments to see how we've gotten to where we are. So, Snipe, talk me through match number 1.
Yeah, in this match one, we saw the Crazy Thieves honestly come out with a big one, but honestly the story was this fight right here with the NIP, and then we had Fnatic come in. This was honestly one of the most fun fights to watch this whole match right here, as you had Vayne going in the 1v1 right here. You see how intense this gets. Just shields all over the place. Fnatic gets a big win. You had the entire crowd popping off. And honestly, Crazy Thieves, they just put themselves in a really good position this entire time. They were playing from height. They were letting these teams play it out. And then they just decided to capitalize on it when everyone's down. So Crazy Thieves with the big win in the game 1. They've actually had a pretty poor performance in the games 2 and 3. So it was really good for them to get that momentum out right there.
Yeah, so then in match 2 here, there's a 3-way fight going on one half of the zone. So 5 Fears, they take that opportunity to just jump Wolves and absolutely destroy them. It's
KP.
I mean, I love that from Legacy. It was one of the smartest, most aggressive, most proactive end games we have seen this tournament. The way that they were protecting the important space on the Electro Dam side of the wall, as well as popping into Galleria, and they single-handedly
Series as we course looking towards tomorrow for match point finals as we get to take those results where everybody currently stands. 48 points total for Legacy, followed by Grow Gaming there with 30. And I'm just going to come straight back to you, Jayhawk, because I know how stoked you are. This is the performance we're getting out of Legacy when it most matters.
Absolutely. A lot of people have felt like they never really adjusted to the POI draft or legend bans, even myself included. They've had a lot of struggles. I'm not denying that by any means. But when we get to LAN, these guys always seem to figure it out. I don't know what it is about the crowd, the atmosphere, the tension, but that is when they thrive the most. And so we're seeing it on full display here. And this is big too, because this affects their potential seeding. And we know that this is a team, like Vicky said, very momentum based. And so if they can get some solid POIs to allow them to continue this aggression, then they can carry that momentum all the way into Sunday.
Yeah, we can see some stats here for them as well. The fact that this is the consistency that we're getting out of this squad, something we talked about heading into this series, Eric. It is so important to not only find that, but then clutch it out with the win as well.
Yeah, I think we saw it early on in that very first game when they were going up against Unlimited. I think they got 5 or 6 KP on them, just chasing them around the map. So you could just see the confidence in what they're trying to do with the KP. But for them to get a 4th, a 5th, and a 1st place, and to get into those end zones, to understand, that means that they're taking the right fights. They're seeing that they can clear out their back, or they can push a team into 1v1, and you can tell the confidence that they have to go take those straight-up 3v3s. They're getting the KP, and they're getting into the positions they need to get to the end game. So usually this team just gets the kill points, but they're also they got 21 placement points as well on top of that. So for them right now to build that momentum, it's as good as it gets for this roster.
We even heard the casters talking about it. They've set themselves up well to the point where now it's looking like they're pretty comfortable moving forward to the next stage of the competition, but there are still so many other squads that are looking to do exactly that. One of the ones that we had spoken about coming into today was Unlimited, and you can see the difference here because this is going to be their group stage versus their bracket stage. And we're trying to see, what are we getting out of this squad? Are they capable of taking it through to tomorrow, Jumba?
Absolutely. Here's the thing. Unlimited, we know that they're a team that comes out with the big damage, the big kills. Everyone talks about Yolari, man, but I think they even look over how good Peace is when it comes to that. So in a set like this, when that 10th spot might be around the 30, 35 points, they just need one big game. They still got 3 games here, lots of Apex left to play, and they can absolutely do that, get into tomorrow, and get in there with putting up the same amount of damage, same amount of kills.
So we just need to see the stats that we saw in groups happening right now.
Exactly.
They need to pick it up a little bit here in the second half of the series. It definitely capable of doing exactly that. It's going to be interesting to see if they can manage, though, because there's not a lot of time left. Another team that we have been talking about a lot, though, is, of course, all of our regional, local hero squads. And one of the people that we've been highlighting specifically throughout the weekend in a very fun way is Yukio. If you thought his games were done, you are wrong, okay? Because it is time for part 3 of Yukio's real Apex games.
Yukio.
日本には福笑いというお正月のゲームがあります。皆さんには目隠しをしてもらってこちらの紙に、パーツを貼ってそして30秒以内に最高の顔を作っていただきます。このように。それではグッドラック。
That feels like them, yeah.
I did not memorize where the face was though.
That feels high enough.
Oh, wait, whoa. This paper's big. This paper's really big.
You just
I might be
noticed
way
that?
too high up. This is not the eye.
No, this is the eye. Oh my god.
Oh no, I think this is the nose.
Wait, if this is...
That feels perfect. That feels so good.
I feel like I'm being outclassed here. How would I establish what's right or left eyebrow?
I'm actually so confident in mine. I'm actually so confident.
Not a thing I've ever been more confident about than this right now.
Am I even
so good
holding
right
mine up?
Dude, mine's
Wait.
so... Wait, oh god.
3つ目のチャレンジ。福笑いチャレンジの勝者はバクソンク。なかなかやるみたいやね。これはユキオのリアルエイペックスゲームでした。
Chumba, I have so many questions. I have so many questions about that. You talk me through it, okay? Because you were competing in that, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, yours did not look very good.
Okay, first of all, they gave us like no
terrible.
instructions. They set us up for failure. And then did you guys see mine? Mine was different. It was way harder than the other two. And then you have Vax over there sabotaging, pulling the papers. I think Zane could have actually won that one, but Vax hadn't won any games yet, so he needed to do something to take.
Saying they rigged it.
Win there.
They rigged it for his confidence.
He definitely, a little bit. I don't know. I'm not saying that, but you know, you guys watched it yourself. But it was a blast. The games were all fun. Everyone thought I was going to do the worst. I still took the chopstick one. I was the best
You went
there.
dummy
so.
stupid on that one.
Yeah, you did do real well.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might need to see more of these. If there's no more games, I'm gonna need you to bring it back yet again because that is just far too entertaining. Hopefully everybody at home is enjoying this just as much as we are. But we have more action coming up. Obviously, we're in our elimination round 2, but we still have to look towards our match point finals tomorrow. And if you're wondering how you can stay up to date with all of the action, head on over to the website, okay? ALGS.ea.com. You can also see the POI draft for tomorrow. Very important information on there for what that means for our squads that have qualified through to compete in our championship Sunday of all days. So make sure you're checking that out. Now you can stay up to date with everything that we've got going on over there because it has been a jam-packed weekend when it comes to ALGS action. Now you guys have absolutely crushed it. Thank you so much for joining us here on the halftime show. But we got to get back into the action. It's time to close out elimination round 2 to find out who those final 10 teams are. So casters, we've got Tiff and Dia. Are you guys ready to get into it?
Oh yeah, we definitely are. I cannot believe this is it. This is the final 10 teams to lock in their ticket for tomorrow's match point finals. Of course, it's starting to get pretty late here in the Dome, and we still have a POI draft after this, so we got to get through these last 3 games pretty quick, Dia.
Yeah, and we'll even see who makes it to the POI draft. Glitter has asked us the question, are we ready? Yes. Tiff, the answer is a mix for me between yes and no. On one hand, yes, we've been preparing our whole tournament for this. And on the other hand, how could anyone possibly be ready to say goodbye to 10 more teams and send 10 more on to the grand finals? The stakes are incredibly high.
Yeah, they really are. Let's go ahead. Let's look at that POI draft that is here now for Elim Round 2. World's Edge. You and I got to spend some time on World's Edge earlier today, and now this is going to be the bane of people's existence. Now, Team Mango, they grab Landslide. I'm expecting quick rotates.
I want to really draw everyone's attention. At the top left of your screen, Citadel, first pick Lava Siphon.
Yikes.
Not Skyhook West, which means that Unlimit got to come in and pick Skyhook West as an Unlimit predictor myself for this group. this bodes extremely well for them.
That's true. You told me I couldn't pick Unlimit. You told me I couldn't touch Crazy Thieves. You told me that I wasn't allowed to pick half the lobby because lately I've been a bit of a curse instead of a blessing.
Yeah, I'm not a controlling person.
It's totally fine. I believe in Strafing Flame and Easy Flash Kid and Crumbs, even if he can't spell steak correctly in the pregame lobby. I just made that clear. It's okay.
It's all about controlling as many variables as you can. And sometimes spelling is the thing that goes, especially with this much on the line. As we move into this map, it is also important to note that Alter has been banned. No Newcastle, no Caustic, no Alter is a big change to how you're going to end up playing World's Edge when bunkering in buildings is that much harder, when setting up in the open is that much harder, and when moving through walls, the most incredible thing that Alter brings to the table is now removed.
Well, thank God TSM's not in this lobby because we saw what Panic was doing with Alter and even the Wraith plays early on. Now, we did just get through some Legend selects. I believe I saw a Pathfinder in the mix as well. A couple of Wraiths, some Rampart galore, which is very typical when you want to bunker down. My favorite picks, though, are the people who lock in Sparrow. You little geniuses, I know you're going to get pretty devious with that, but this is the beginning of the end. Match number 4 on World's Edge.
Tensions are high, especially with the cutoff for our top 10, currently being at 17 points. SBI Esports, who currently sit in 11th, are at 14 points, and it is Legacy, who of course have that big lead. 48 points, 18 points ahead of Grow Gaming, who are in second right now. Both teams essentially a lock for the finals tomorrow.
I know, you were just talking to him over there. You were like saying something and I couldn't quite grasp it, but hey, I think that Legacy is doing everything that they need here. We talk about what that 10th place cutoff looks like, anywhere from like 30, 35, could raise the bar here, but they should be safe.
I mean, one of the most important things about Legacy, if you're coming out of last game, if you're thinking about their performance in the grand finals, is to remember that this is a team that considers themselves to be a very emotional squad. And when you've just won, your emotions have got to be doing pretty darn well. So keep your eyes on Legacy, because it seems like Vicky's prediction is going to be doing pretty well. However, it is Grow Gaming, our team currently in second, that actually get the zone pulling to them. A really nice thermal station zone with lots of possibilities. We could still go to the double-decker buildings on the north side. We could go to the center of thermal. We've got that whole area that Oblivion are rotating through as they move in from Harvester. And important to note that anybody who goes through Harvester right now is going to get a ring console, much the same with those coming through Mirage Etoile like SAUL.
Okay, but this is very typical to what we saw Grow Gaming do in a similar circle earlier on in our series. They stepped right on in, but instead of SBI, it was Shopify Rebellion. And Shopify Rebellion struggled from this position, and SBI already have Mike being picked off. Now, they will get a reset because it's Grow just putting out that poke damage, and they're not necessarily ready to full send this area.
SBI are taking a lot of damage from every angle, though. The Oblivion early rotate also catches them off guard. Fortunately, this building is providing them a lot of stability, as is the fact that there are so many squads in the area already. The Rampart is going to be super important for them to actually get their Evos up, because that is the weakness of SBI and of Grow right now, is that they are both stuck dead center of zone with white shields and don't have the opportunity to, like teams like VK and Legacy.
भाई मैं म्यूट था पता है इतने टाइम से.
Even FYR Strays are at least rotating in on blues.
Yeah, they're going to come in ready to chow. They've got the drone.
Fuck भाई इतना म्यूट था इतने टाइम से. हैं?
Want to approach this? Is there playable space available for us? Of course, those last bit scaffolding areas around thermal will likely be where people go for it. Now, where Fnatic
Very nice.
themselves in the south of zone, Fire Strays can effectively just
इतनी बकबक कर रहा हूँ पिछले 20 मिनट से और मैं.
in particular,
Nice.
it was Legacy in winners round 1 that did take that fight on the south, but since they're starting in
Playing safe.
like you said, they're
सोल ने दूसरा ये किया बस अब जाके बैठ गए
Right now, they are definitely a team that you
बैठ
want
गए.
to
ओह
keep
पढ़
an
रही है.
eye on. They have shown up in so many of our land
कहाँ जा रहे हैं ये?
but it is
ऊपर.
really difficult for them
वो फाइट लेनी होगी. चुत गए.
right now.
बहुत रिस्की मूव. बहुत रिस्की मूव. बहुत रिस्की मूव. Very risky. Very risky.
Not a lot of loot to do it with. Fnatic stuck in the southwestern side.
Very risky. Very risky.
Next to SAUL. Now, I don't love this
मारो
one
14 फनाटिक वालों को. 14.
But if SAUL are here, they have had an incredible run of predicting zones from the minute we begin. So maybe, just maybe, Fnatic are onto something.
It's tough to say. We pulled to the north last time. I would love to see it pull to the south, but coexisting along
Purple
the
भी हो.
we've got the Sheila out. You're busting through the doors, and S8UL, it's not like they can doors. Nothing real for the Ferrofluid, and Legacy runs into trouble on their journey down towards the south. To Geyser we go.
Fnatic क्या fallback कर रहा है?
BK Gaming have been rotating throughout. Now Legacy have been hyper aggressive in their chase for glory here in Elim round 2.
Looks like BK Gaming have left some folks behind as well. That is going to be a quick knock.
वो क्या मार रहा है यार बोचेक?
KP collected for Legacy, which again will not change their
भाई
position.
लेगेसी वाले घुस-घुस के मार रहा है.
Already first, but it'll make them even more first than they
ये वो नॉर्मल कॉम्पी मैच होती है ना रेड लॉबीज.
got some ways to climb.
Look, they're cozy, they're comfy, and they're aggressive as well. Now, on the roof for Vayne here. Want to take this fight against Citadel, who haven't necessarily gotten their footing going here in Elim round 2. And with 3 games to go, the time is nigh to turn it around. But Kirev,
99% actually gets the ultimate unlocked right now, but it's just as we get a third party coming in.
ओह फाइनली कोई स्पैरो खेल रहा है.
okay, Boogie Borders, they make it here. Panna enters the facility, takes down, back off we go, and McLovin.
That was a real clean one clip out of McLovin. Can he do it again?
Fnatic में अभी भी चुल कम नहीं है.
Too low. Ninjas in Pajamas down to just Vayne right now. Not a huge chance at recovery, but you see that crawl coming out of
ओह
corner.
fuck भाई क्या मारा है.
Like he's going to be safe. Maybe they go for a reset. Still in the hands of Ninjas in Pajamas as they do have one left standing. 20 squads left. We've yet to find the first strike.
Oh, Boogie Borders is not out of it yet either. One member still trying to get out towards
रिवील क्यों नहीं आया सोल के पास?
Citadel remains calm for now. Look at Ninjas of Bahamas. Kurev gets out of there. He's back on up, and they might get a full reset.
Oh, what, I mean, getting even one back up is good. The Boogie Borders have completely disengaged. Moving towards Legacy in Lava Siphon. Well, meanwhile, in Thermal, Aurora are setting up in the scaffolding right next to Cereale. And if people are using the scaffolding, you know we're running out of spaces in Thermal.
That's true, and you know Aurora, they're down here in Elam round 2. They have won LAN championships, and we are struggling to get into the top 10. And Citadel, looking for their first points, grabs one, gets traded on out, and it's just Zuni here, alternator in hand.
Fnatic भी बहुत डीट है यार.
Ninjas in Pajamas.
ये देखा लिमिट फिर से बाहर जोन के.
Top of him as well. Zuni's got to head for the hills. That'll be 2 KP going over to Ninjas in Pajamas.
Boogie Borders are found out by Legacy as they swoop on in. Racky's not going to get the reset that he wanted. The fact is, we are shield batting in the open. We smoke on forward. Cover, but it's Ninjas in Pajamas out to the right. At least you have the Bangalore passive to give you that extra speed boost out into cover.
Not giving up the chase, and not a bad idea either at this point in the game. It is a pretty isolated 1v1 that'll be happening. McLovin ready with the Maggie drill, confident as he steps
Easy,
up.
yeah.
Does he miss the shot? No, he does not. Citadel Gaming go out, and they are our second squad to fall in game number 4.
In the last minute alone, Ninjas in Pajamas have gone through 6th place up to 2nd with 30 points. Now,
What a shot भाई शार्की क्या मार रहा है man.
which is over 50 points. But as long as you can break through that 35-point margin, your journey to stay in the tournament for tomorrow is feeling a lot better.
Let's think about that 35-point margin as well. Citadel Gaming currently have 1 point and are out of game number 4. They are going to have 2 games to move up to 10th place in extremely tall order, and I fear they may not be tall enough to ride.
And I fear that we're not going to the north, we're not going to the south. We get the bounce back towards the east. So look at Legacy having cleared out Tree, but the SAUL Fnatic fight, it's still been going on. The poke and the prod.
Fnatic वालों को अभी भी चुल है इतनी.
Destroys the end cover through the window. They've already got one down. He just needs to find the
Push हो गया. चुदी Fnatic चुदी. Oh, revive रहा है.
Still looking for an entry in, but between Rampart walls and again,
चूतिया.
Legacy on the high ground. How do you actually get here as Fnatic? I'd like to see them retreat back to the building.
नहीं.
They didn't get this
सोल
done.
हगना नहीं है बस.
They've got a full defensive reset.
Goldie drops the Bangalore ult straight onto their face, but they can just bunker down inside.
अब वो तो घर में रहेंगे. वो अल्ट क्यों मारी उसने खुद को चुदने के लिए?
Is just being the negative rotate they need out of there, right? We back on out, and Fire Strays have moved into the equation. That is likely why we brought out the Bangalore.
हाय भाई पीछे से एक और टीम आ गई. थर्ड पार्टी कितने अल्ट की आवाज सुन के.
And SAUL to show them where the line in the sand is. Fnatic having reset a whole lot safer for now, but it's unlimited on their rotate in on the edge. They now have a lot to contend with. Running the Ash and Maggie with the Seer. This squad has a mission, and it is to isolate and destroy.
It's a fun mission. Look, when you've got nothing else to lose.
शीर ऐश लिया है इसने और मार मारेगी भाई इतना कितना aggressive लाइनअप है.
Hyper aggro. It's not like we have caustic. It's like we don't have Newcastle. No one's really bunkering down aside from the ramparts. You might as well full send them. That riot drill is going to be everything to take down people in buildings.
Infinite ammo है तो देख randomly बस गोली मार रहा है.
Legends, but this is essentially as close as you can get in this game to a wombo combo, and rather a pick comp, and out comes its wombo combo as the Maggie Ball goes out.
But we've got nades going straight towards VK Gaming. It should be enough to allow to full send, and Suksuvi is going to do it. We pop on over, we hit the fulls. Now Yulari Man is on the other side as well, but where did the last player roam to? He is out of there. DS
kill रहा है. खत्म कर देंगे अनलिमिट को. अच्छा फेज वाले को पकड़ रहे देख हंट हो रहा है भाई फेज वाले.
And it looks to me like it could easily turn into 2 more KP. Another squad perhaps to go out, but Ash ult up. And Unlimit. They're actually going to keep this as a 3v2 in there.
Oh, they need to rotate now.
We still have to kind of go out.
Fnatic Solar तीनों का.
Wrap around. Now, do we go south towards where Legacy is set up, or do we go towards FaZe? But for now, we'll check in. Team
होना है VC.
क्या स्ट्रीम कर रहा है तू?
डिक्रैक्सू भाई मैं तो ALGS स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ जी.
लाइव कर रही हो? अच्छा तो लाइव ही है.
अभी उठाए क्या?
क्या नहीं मैं बाहर था.
ओहो.
अभी आया हूँ घर.
एक और टीम नेम है टॉप 10 यार और 7 लगना नहीं है बस इनका.
अरे मैं आता हूँ थोड़ी देर में.
और 7 टीम 7 भी नहीं 6 16 टीम लिव्स है. बस 6 टीम्स में से एक नहीं बनना है अगले वाले.
Even with Newcastle taken away, there's a lot of ways that they can, should they choose to, rotate through towards Harvester, then make their way towards Wolves.
भाई इसमें चुल दिख रहा है शार्की में भाई क्या लूट क्या है वो भाई क्या क्या चल भाई बंदे में क्या चल है.
They need to get into zone, but can you really go through Legacy when they are on fire as they have been?
I mean, they're just absolutely on
Legacy
fire. Like you said, in Unlimit, they're actually going to hedge their bets and go that way. Will they take the tunnel underneath? Yes, but what is
भाई किसी को ना थर्ड पार्टी करना ही पड़ेगा लेकिन
likely move and immediately shoot down on them, and they'll probably have an
Legacy needs to be third party.
for this fight as well.
Yeah, I mean, no altar in this game means so much for Unlimited. It actually makes this rotation safe. They don't have to use the Ashe ultimate for a little while, as now they are in the next zone, and it is a really nice way to use their composition to solve the problem. Crazy Thieves and FaZe still brewing up in the north, but it seems like the south is actually going to be pretty calm for now. The other place we can look is of
move कर
course
गया
the
Fnatic कर गया.
SAUL side.
Fnatic को मारना ही पड़ेगा यार.
SAUL have started to Valcult and are currently looking for a place to relocate a
आगे
little
जाएंगे.
closer to Wolves. Will they
आगे
actually
जाएंगे
find any safety or not?
बहुत गंदी जगह उधर है बहुत गंदी जगह बहुत गंदी जगह वेरी रिस्की वेरी रिस्की वेरी रिस्की वेरी रिस्की छुट गया गई गई
Scaffolding has a lot of cover, but Sharky, even with all of that, can't actually make this transition safely. It is just Legacy left.
Yeah.
Seriale does get one traded out.
Yeah.
It should be an easy recovery.
बाहर
See what I say? Well,
Legacy अकेला बचा है.
But it was looking gnarly right there. Ayanaga almost had his wings clipped through the cracks of the scaffolding. Now instead they run out on the right side. You've got Reg there.
अभी इसकी हल्ट है इतनी स्लो.
He's almost got it.
हाँ पुश हो गया नाइस वन यार नाइस वन Legacy नाइस वन यार और एक yeah नहीं भाई नहीं इतना बहुत रिस्की मूव if you have full support तो तुम इतना पुश नहीं कर सकते बीचों बीच जाके. wrong decision गलत डिसीजन था. Bad decision for them to actually वो तो भाई पूरा लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे पूरा मैप खाली था भाई इतना जोन नहीं करना होता है.
SBI, they're
going to be in a really similar situation, and even Grow, whose POI this is, now have to struggle. Check out. Where Mango we're at though, this is
Very nice, my internet.
platform can be game winning in circles like these. The question is, have Mango moved here too early? If they have, who is going to inherit this spot?
We also lost Strafing Flame out on this rotation. I told you, this is a relatively open platform. It's incredibly difficult to hold onto, and so many teams are going to be looking at it. SBI now, who have rotated across, allow Fnatic a chance to move.
Crazy Thieves and FaZe are fighting on the high ground, and FaZe will go down. Grow Gaming are out. They failed to make the rotation in time. Keenertrope still making it in. FYR Strays, they've got a spot. Oblivion have no place to be right now and are going to be forced out of the scaffolding right into the line of sight of FYR.
And it's not like they have a Valk to be able to get out of there. We're going to have to use whatever we can do, Blinkster, Portal, anything, but we have to worry about that high ground where Team Mango, that duo, is still alive.
Keenertrope has just gone down, and we're going to see how Oblivion are approaching this next fight.
Do not peek, do not do anything. We're good. Yeah, all running. No. Okay, wait, chill. Are they still there? Yeah. One team's still here. One team's still here. You should perimeter slide and kill them, no?
भाई कहाँ बैठे भाई ये? What?
We just need kills. Yeah.
वो थ्रो के तो हाफ शील्ड, फिर फुल एक शेल, फिर आधा, फिर एक सेकंड पे आधा.
Okay, listen. We go late and then we just play on the on the gun and we take like up to whatever it is. Yeah, and then we just kill them underneath when they cross. Yeah. You think? Yeah. No, if they set up across, we're gonna die. We need to go.
Angrej.
It takes 20 seconds to cross.
Those are the difficult, tense decisions that Oblivion are making right now. Do they go for the KP? Do they play for the placement? You hear their call to go for late, but late is a risk as well. Aurora fighting for their lives on this low ground. They've got to be asking themselves
very difficult for them.
Question, how on earth do we get up to the next circle?
Well, Team Mango, the duo fell. 5 Fears moved in their position, and Oblivion...
क्या तो वॉच पार्टी बढ़िया है यार. अभी देख रहा था, सोल अच्छा खेल रही है भाई. लेट्स सी, बट और 2 गेम्स में टॉप 10 से ही है. बहुत गंदा खेला है, इसमें 16th पे हारा है वो. Nice one, bhai. गया भी गया. क्रिप्टो भाई, क्रिप्टो को बैन करो. बैन सुध गया फिर से. गया अल्टा के 1 HP. 3 2 1 डेड हो गया. लेगेसी बाहर. बोला था थर्ड चूते को थर्ड पार्टी करो, नीचे बैठ जाएंगे वो. बट फिर भी टॉप 10 आई है. जीतना ही उनका तो जाना पक्का ही है कल. नाइस भाई. गया बड़ी पीछे से बड़ी ओब्लिवियन भी गई है. नाइस वन. क्या शीर खेल रहा है ये भाई. अनलिमिटेड वाले अचानक से भाई, दे चेंज्ड द स्ट्रेटजी एंड दे आर प्लेइंग वेरी गुड नाउ. अचानक से कितना एग्रेसिव लाइनअप है. देख उनका वो है ऐश, शीर और मैड मैगी. भाई क्या मार रहे भाई वो. देख पड़ी अंदर गया. अभी नहीं यार. मैड मैगी गिल्ट वापस आ गया. हो गया. अच्छा अल्ट मार के हील के हो गए वो खुद से. भाई वो नीचे बैठे हुए, उनको कुछ कर भी नहीं रहा कोई भी.
Crazy Thieves and 5 Fears have the platform that should get you the end game, but because Crazy Thieves and 5 Fears are on the same platform and Limit are right next door, these 3 squads will have to share a lot of space. That might open the door for SBI to win the game just because nobody has the luxury of focusing on them.
Well, the best part about this is the Crazy Thieves
SBI अच्छा कैसे खेल रही है यार आज. क्या हो गया इनको.
They can cover themselves for a bit, but Unlimit have that hyper aggro comp right now, and I'm just looking at cooldowns and
बहुत aggro है उनका ये लाइनअप.
It might be the perfect opportunity if one member from SBI
रिस्क लेके अच्छा खेला भाई. टॉप 4 आ गए. क्योंकि इनको समझ में आ गया अब अगर अच्छा नहीं खेलेंगे तो क्या ही करना है, घर ही तो जाना है. स्ट्रैटेजी बदल दी भाई ये लोगों ने. एक शॉट नहीं लगा. एक शॉट लगा. एमो कम है लाले. Yeah.
And out goes the Valve.
What?
We've got 5 Fears moving on up to the high ground. Crazy Thieves are trying to buy time. SBI and Unlimited looking straight at each other. But look at the cover the SBI
Alt
have
पे
as
alt, alt
this
पे
wall
alt,
goes
alt पे.
down.
ऊपर चढ़ गया वो. Fuck.
By 5 Fears, they're doing it, and now it's
Shit.
Verbals and Jen Burton just trying to make
Shit
it work.
भाई.
They do exactly
5
that.
years को
We need
पेल
to
दिया
get
भाई.
back on up, but the time is
100 Thieves वाले ने.
Maggie ball come in, and Unlimited is ready to let it fire.
Pieces looking for Crazy Thieves. Unlimited. They are caught in a 2-way battle. And SBI.
भाई शील्ड पे खेल रहा है वो. अरे मार उसको. Fuck भाई. Don't tell me SBI won. Fuck भाई. Don't tell me. Fuck भाई. Fuck भाई. Shit भाई. Shit. सबसे टट्टी टीम भाई. सबसे टट्टी टीम. चूतिए. अब सोल को चाहिए भाई. 2 top 10. एक top 5. हाँ एक top 5 एक top 10. छी ये क्या है ये 16 पे. ये क्या किया तुमने. वेरी नाइस भाई. अनलिमिटेड ने बहुत बढ़िया रिस्क लिया. लेकिन इसको हटाओ यार ऊपर से. कोई 100 थीव्स को हटाओ. 100 थीव्स को भेजो नीचे. जल्दी खत्म करो इनको. लेगेसी और 100 थीव्स को हटाना ही पड़ेगा, वरना ये इतनी टीम्स में से किसी को आगे आने नहीं देंगे. सो उसमें लेगेसी भाई टॉप 5 में ही थी. अभी टॉप 10 में आए हैं. क्या खेल रहे भाई ये. पर अम्पार्ट बैन कर दिया. अम्पार्ट क्यों बैन किया. क्रिप्टो कर देते.
Pretty clear that E-District is not Unlimited's favorite map, but World's Edge, it has the benefit of being the most comfortable map for almost every team in Apex Legends.
That's absolutely insane. 13 kills in match number 4 for a massive game, but dang Dia. How is this even possible? Bring me the series results, because now we have Crazy Thieves after that performance inching closer to Legacy at the top.
Legacy, as you say, still large and in charge. Crazy Thieves are closing the gap, though. I think this was a really impressive game from them. Tough to close it out. There are a lot of ifs, could have been, what was, other things that people say, but Crazy Thieves, they, regardless of how much further that game may have gone, are really pushing towards the #1 spot. And Legacy do have to work if they want to hold on to it. Oblivion also playing quite well. We noted them earlier. This was a tough zone close for them, as it was for so many.
And Crazy Thieves, I mean, this is what they needed, right? I wasn't really going to mention them because I feel like I'm just, you know, but look at them. They're so happy. I've seen Phony around the hotel with his family and friends, and has always been in such high spirits. And it's the first time I haven't seen him like grinding, watching anime or like Prison Break on his phone. So it's good to see his face.
He's locked in. I mean, all of them looking really cheerful. I want to say Jen's looking cheerful, but I feel like he always, that's his resting face.
Jen is just so happy.
Oh no. Why are they so depressed?
Legacy also having a good time.
कौन सा माउस पे खेल रहा है क्या. ऑफिस माउस पे ये वर्ल्ड चैंपियनशिप खेल रहा है. क्या है भाई ये.
Before now, Legacy is directly behind us, so we get to witness a lot of those celebrations live here, and it's been crazy, guys. But there's so much more action to be.
Soul को चाहिए. Soul needs at least 1 top 5 and 1 top 10. 1 top 5, 1 top 10.
The official PC partner of the ALGS Year 5
क्या पीसी गैलरी क्या है. हाँ ये वो प्री बिल्ड पीसी बेचता है. जापान. Damn. ये कौन सा बिहारी गाना है? Oh, वो ये कौन सी लैंग्वेज में बोल रहे हैं? ये कौन सी कंट्री थीव्स है? अच्छा SBI अनलिमिटेड और SBI वाला है। ओके तो अरे बावड़े हो गए। अरे पेल दिया। जल्दी दूसरा मैच लगाओ यार, जल्दी लगाओ, मैच लगाओ।
ALGS champs live from Sapporo, and I want to give a huge shout out to our crowd that has been here with us since I'm at least like 5-6 a.m. A lot of people lining up early to get the best seats in the house in front of their favorite teams to cheer them home on Sunday.
Quick reminder that on Sunday we are sold out. That is
Sunday sold out है?
Full house that we've got here to celebrate the best Apex legends in the world, and we are getting closer and closer to that with every match. SBI's win last game, incredibly impressive, and now with only 2 games left to go on World's Edge, what for half
चलो जी
will be their final 2 games of the tournament. I want to say, Tiff, the stakes keep getting higher, but I don't know.
चलो जी फिर से सोल को वहीं पे ड्रॉप मिला है। टीम ड्रॉप से
Nice thing is that SBI can find out. I'm really happy to see Mitarashi back on Watson. It's been a really interesting journey for SBI. I was talking to you earlier at this tournament about how SBI, I felt, were really underperforming in the group stage because I feel, having watched their performance in scrims, that they have something really special going on. Mitarashi is a fantastically talented anchor. Mike is super
फिर से लोग यहीं पे
aggressive.
खेलेंगे सोल वाला
Has the ability to IGL at an
as they
extremely
should
high
technically.
level, but we saw that their Watson comps, their more defensive
Yep.
comps, were actually working.
प्लीज अब अगर ये लोगों ने फिर से पुश किया ना यहाँ पे,
It's interesting.
सबसे बड़ा चुतिया होगा। पॉज हो गया मैच। वाह, फिर से किसी का कुछ वायर कट गया होगा।
Really aggressive composition, switching off the Watson, switching off the anchors
Shit.
entirely, and now in Elim round 2,
अगर ये सर्कल बनने वाला है
maybe in preparation for finals now that they've won a game,
तो सबसे सेफेस्ट दिस साइड होनी जहाँ पे FIR बैठी है। अगर फायर स्ट्रीट अगर बैठी है यहाँ पे तो फायर को उधर ही बैठना चाहिए। If they move, they would be losing a lot. लेकिन उन पे पूरा मैप उन पे ही चढ़ने वाला है। सारी टीम्स चढ़ जाएगी उन पे।
But if you find yourself here in Elim round 2 and you started your journey in Elim round 1 hours ago, the fatigue starts to set in, the mental, it's tough to maintain that. But when you go ahead and you net yourself a win, of course, in match number 4, the last 2 games, you just have to take it home. And think of their earlier series, Dia. They did win that first game. They had a couple games where it just wasn't that great, but then they brought it home in the final one, and it was enough to get them through it.
It has been an incredible comeback day for SBI fans, and I'm really, really happy to see this roster actually having the performance that, based on, again, their scrims, their preparation, they deserve. They are making moves
in Elim round 2. It is looking like they are going to make it. But these next 2 games will really determine that for sure. SBI a whole lot safer than some other squads. Grow games.
पॉज क्या हुआ? किसका चुत गया है? किसका एंटी चीट चुता? एंटी चीट चुत गया है किसी का? या तो मॉनिटर गया है किसी का?
Inside the top 10 right now, but their spots very insecure with the Wolves creeping up behind.
Well, we did just have a look at Yuka, and you saw just how locked in he was. A bubble team currently in 9th place with 23 points. A ton of fans here supporting Fnatic. You can see Yuka F.
I think Fnatic is a brand. That is the reason they're supporting them. Not because they're a good team in Apex.
Take my energy too. Take it all. Get your
Fnatic वालों ने सबको पैसा दिया है बाहर. हम टिकट देंगे बस जाके उनका हाथ फैलाते हैं.
Will be very excited about that. You can see the orange lights in the crowd to give you a bit of an idea of how many people would be losing their minds at a Fnatic appearance in Match Point Sunday. But we're going to be losing somebody. VK Gaming currently in a very precarious position. FaZe Clan, Seriale, and Citadel all increasingly unlikely to make it. Nothing's impossible in Apex Legends. Nothing's impossible in 6 games when you just have to reach the top 10. But unlikely, Tiff, those odds are increasing.
शुरू करो bakchodi. Yes.
So teams like Boogie Borders, Ninjas in Pajamas, FYR Strays, we're feeling pretty good, even Fnatic and Oblivion.
Aurora have ring console, Citadel, funnily enough, in Lava Siphon have ring console. Remember that they first rounded Lava Siphon, a fantastic...
यहाँ पे भसड़ मचने वाली है यहाँ पे. ये तो एंट्रीज पे क्योंकि ये कोई लेता नहीं है बाहर वाली.
Do not just need placement points, they need kills, and those so often are found on the edge of the ring, where they could run into Aurora.
सोल को बस प्लेसमेंट चाहिए, किल नहीं चाहिए इतनी.
That 10th place position held by S8UL is 21 points. That means Aurora needs 2 good fights just from this game alone. If they're not getting placement points, that would push them in. And then, of course, you have to start preying on the downfall of teams that are ahead of you, and that's really tough to do. We've seen how that works.
सोल का डाउनफॉल प्रे करना पड़ेगा उनको, या तो बहुत अच्छा खेलना पड़ेगा.
So the last 2 games in a series, it comes down to the finest margins, tiebreakers earlier on. It's not what you want to place your bets on.
Crazy Thieves, one of those teams.
Why are they playing so aggressive? यार ये अच्छा ये खाली है फिर ठीक है. अच्छा ये तो मिराज हुआ ना, मिराज का. अरे यार क्या है, भूल गया मैं जगह का नाम. यहाँ पे हम कभी नहीं उतरते. बहुत चूतिया जगह है ये. लूट अच्छी obviously but very fucked up place क्योंकि मिराज इधर भागते रहता है. Yes,
it seemed like a position where you'd get caught on rotation, but the Crazy Thieves seem comfortable waiting for other squads to rotate ahead of them, holding this awkward position for a little while, even on white shields, and then making their move patiently.
Fight शुरू हो चुकी है.
6th place, respectively, they grab that scan, they find 12 neighboring enemies, and it allows them time to keep moving towards the tree. Now, do you carve up towards the harvester side, or do you actually go all the way down south? For me, I'm going to feel more comfortable rotating down towards the tree on that low ground, but you have to head...
Where are they pushing? They're pushing inside the zone, but हाँ, thermal station is also clear. चलो बढ़िया जगह इनके लिए. Soul can play here, thermal station. But thermal station का एक issue है कि जब zone कटेगा तो बहुत सारी teams जो है rather than going from here because they know it would be obvious for the others, a lot of teams will be rotating from this side. जहाँ पे clash हो सकती है इनके साथ. तो Soul को भाई चाहिए अच्छी assaulting skills चाहिए. अब बैठे रहने से कुछ नहीं होगा कोने में. और Soul की लाडले भाई क्या चल रहा है? बढ़िया है यार. मैं ALGS चल रहा है, मैं वॉच पार्टी चल रही है. और Soul का एक है कि ऑन द लाइन अच्छा. क्या ऑन द लाइन? Oh fuck. Okay. Soul is on 10th now. Fuck भाई. बाहर हो सकती है 2 गेम्स में. 2 गेम्स में बाहर. हाँ ही फिल्म. सोल बाहर हो सकती है. Even they have to get some kills. सोल को चाहिए kills plus one top 5. अगर एक गेम में top 5 आ गया, अगर 5 से 6 kills के साथ, फिर easy, very easy. सोल का ये मैं तो बोलूँगा डू और डाई है. अगर इसमें अगर हगे तो फिर बहुत ऊपर आना बहुत डिफिकल्ट हो जाएगा, क्योंकि गैप बहुत लंबा बन जाएगा. या तो फिर नेक्स्ट गेम ये गेम हगू और नेक्स्ट गेम विन चाहिए, या तो टॉप 3 चाहिए.
He's got to be super locked in to make recoveries like this happen for Fnatic.
Well, you have to expend so many resources, right? But you know what? Libel's on his feet. He's back up on the top. And Team Mango moving onto the bridge allow this to happen for Fnatic.
Really nice pickup for Team Mango, who have also really stepped it up today. They're currently...
सोल के लिए सब घुस गए वो जोन में घुस रहे हैं. नाइस. यहाँ पे जोन उनके बगल में है, लेकिन SBI है वो बहुत एग्रेसिव खेलेगी. और सोल सिर्फ नहीं, वो बहुत ये खेलता है, सेफ खेलता है. वो सब सेफ खेलता है. इसलिए उनकी किल्स भी ज़्यादा नहीं हो पाती, क्योंकि दूसरे चुरा लेते हैं. इसलिए सोल जब बैन हो जाती है ना बहुत सारे लेजेंड्स सपोर्टिव वाले, तो सोल जो इतना ढंग से नहीं खेल पाती. अनलिमिट का तो अलग ही है. पीछे से आते हैं आराम से लूट वूट के और फिर आके मारते हैं आगे. 2 गेम से यही कर रहे हैं. 2 नहीं 3 गेम से. इजी. सोल को पता चल गया आपके तैयार है. बन गया जोन.
Their matches are getting extremely hard, or rather, I should say their matches. They have a single one left to play.
और ग्रो आ रही, ग्रो घुस रही है, बट the very ये यार क्या बोलेंगे उसको, not ready. सोल is not ready for a fight right now. बहुत फैला हुआ है. अच्छा अब हो गया, 7 आ गया, कोई बात. अच्छा गुड.
Quicker than anyone else into zone 3.
And we were talking about what that circle was going to look like. Would it pop down towards launch site? Instead, it goes up towards lava siphon. So for those teams that were going on that southern side, truly will have to go through.
They need one top 5 with 5 kills. That's it. बहुत अच्छा मार्जिन बन जाएगा. बहुत अच्छा मार्जिन बन जाएगा. No, फिर से गलत डिसीजन. फिर से गलत डिसीजन. वहाँ पे टीम बैठी है पड़ी. कुछ आएगा. Oh, ये बहुत fucked up area है to have a fight. This particular room. यहाँ पे सारे caustics बैठते हैं.
And you have to think about it this way. Aurora and Oblivion have been here since pretty much the start of match number 5. I don't know what their economy looks like.
अच्छा कैटलिस्ट खेल रहे हैं, बट कैटलिस्ट की वॉल भी तो इतनी सपोर्टिव नहीं देती है यार. कैटलिस्ट की वॉल तो सिर्फ अल्ट है, वो थोड़े टाइम बाद उतर जाएगी. देन हाउ वुड यू कीप योरसेल्फ सेफ? बस वो देखना है सोल क्या करते हैं.
Rotation to avoid FaZe Clan has taken them right into the line of sight of Citadel Gaming and Legacy from behind. None of these teams too keen to fight just yet. Even Crazy Thieves disengaging out towards the eastern side. Nobody wants to take a straight 3v3 if they can help it. In real Apex, in professional Apex Legends,
फिर से निकल गए यहाँ से. अरे कर क्या रही है?
Oh, you want to skew it in your favor all
फिर से रिस्क.
the timing. You watch the kill feed. You see how many knocks are on the other side. And then you
Why?
Well, they're brawling and they're brawling at Harvester. Here comes the EMP. Maggie Ball in the back pocket there for Yulari.
क्यों?
Of course, we do have the Ash portal if we need a sudden dash away.
अभी तक समझ नहीं आया क्यों भाई, क्यों?
Everything is just burning. FaZe Cinetic low on health, and it's Nags the fuse pick here coming on through, and we are just full sending the chaos straight to Exuvi.
Exuvi doesn't even go down to the knuckle cluster.
Which server are you playing right now? Roleplay. Roleplay तो नहीं यार, नहीं मैं नहीं खेला आजकल. Was planning to play a server, but we'll think about it.
Eastern side of this ring is lighting up. Unlimit do find that first knock in this fight. Taking down Nags, taking down Cinetic. That is 2 for them, leaving just 1 member of FaZe.
My Soul is playing very aggressive. इतने support ये team के साथ. Nice knock. Nice. But kills सही है. Knock से कुछ नहीं.
Their match are not going to make their way into Lava Siphon.
Eliminated too early, but the good news for them is that they don't have to worry as much as other squads that might fall here. Ninjas of Pajamas, as an example, would certainly be nervous should the next couple of minutes have their end in it. Couple more nades going to be collected for
damage.
nades, important utility for
वैसे
later
एक kill
fights
मिली.
especially,
Nice.
and
और 4 kills सही है.
being a really critical way to siege high ground that Ninjas and Pajamas are going to have to do if they keep playing low ground like this.
Third zone है ना. Damage अच्छा है. थोड़ा like fast. अच्छा second zone खत्म हुआ फिर third start हुआ. Good.
From the lobby, and FaZe will have one more match to try to procure themselves into top 10, but they only have 8 points.
Mythic Crate for Oblivion going to be a big boost, especially because there is a counter pull on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen, as Wolves Esports
Nades की बारिश हुई ना अगर अंदर तो खत्म है.
relocate in the zone a little further up north. The ring has counter pulled us all the way down to the south tip of Lava Siphon.
Well, Wolves are going to pick a fight here with Aurora, and mind you, they are on the bubble, 20 points, and they need to move up. Aurora, they're on 17. So these are must-win situations for both of them. And at this point, you can't afford to go down now. You can't afford to push a fight and know that VK Gaming's at your back.
Top left of the screen, exactly the counter pull that I was talking about. Even teams like Fnatic do not have this information just
Infinite ammo मिल गई. उठाओ फिर कोई भी.
they want to remain as flexible as possible.
Drop की गन उठाओ. मारो. ले लो R99 नहीं R99 Golden R99 या तो कार SMG मिल जाए. और अगर क्रेबर मिल जाए तो खत्म है. क्रेबर के साथ अगर किसी को इन्फिनिट एमो मिल जाए फिर गेम खत्म है.
When they are one placement off of not making it into the grand finals.
सोलो स्टिल सेफ क्योंकि लोगों को पता नहीं अंदर तीनों अंदर बैठे हैं. हल्की सी अगर किसी की नजर गई तो सबसे पहले इन पे रश होने वाला है. इस बैग अकेला बंदा बचा है. नहीं तीनों.
themselves inside, but thankfully Aflo has the Gibby bubble. But if I'm going straight underneath all of the craziness here, you've got Oblivion, you've got Fire Strays, and you still have Grow Gaming at your back looking for positioning.
ये तीनों blue है पता है पर्पल भी नहीं है.
Five Fears tried to play the truck right now, especially because they have a Watson.
सोल को चाहिए.
They've got a Gibraltar as well to bunker down. Playing underneath this building
भी लग गया मुंह पे.
does give you some.
Yeah, some guy. Just some. Some mute. So yeah. हाँ इनके कॉल सुना है.
Have to be late.
Pretty sure this team is behind us has just everything, so there might be another team low ground, but I don't know. There's a team here that's gonna Valcol.
इनके ऊपर ही है बट मेरे ख्याल से अगर इनकी फाइट हुई तो फिर तीसरी टीम चढ़ जाएगी.
Bang out east.
This part here is.
हमारे तो वाइट शील्ड वाले भी है.
They're fighting east right now as
Aurora
well.
वाले.
Bag team's probably gonna walk up on that part though, like on the left.
Yeah.
Bang out going
We're
down.
gonna have to catch this timing when the above team's not really looking. Just rip a cat wall across the lava and run up.
Yeah.
Are we going for like the very close corner or?
I think we want to get around the far side. It's safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not too sure. These guys are going crazy. 120.
They wipe southeast.
We should have to go now.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Bully.
कैटल अल्ट डाला क्यों मैं तो समझ. ओह नहीं. हाँ no mind. Very risky. Very risky. नहीं करना चाहिए था.
We can keep going, I think.
नहीं ना फिर से. आर्क स्टार. ड्रोन. No mind. रिवील. नीचे. खत्म. मारा. Nice. 1 HP.
I'm trying to live here. Might be able to res later.
70 on the thing.
After you heal.
2 seconds. Smoking. Fighting.
Nice ult, nice ult, nice ult.
Mac, what are you?
I don't know. We're getting.
Is this your banger?
I'm calling you now. Calling.
Is it safe anywhere, Jessica?
No.
हाँ नीड मार के बैंगलोर का स्मोक हटा दिया. Dead.
Anything else?
Nah.
Safe my corner, maybe?
Shouldn't have done this way. एक ही kill है इन पे. 13. Nah.
Should be okay. Chill.
और रेव भी नहीं कर सकते अभी तो.
Try and pick that bang up.
एक ही रेव एक ही कर सकते एक ही जगह पे रेव.
Dodging on me, smoking. Going back.
ओह फुल हो गया है जी. बनी हॉपिंग हो गई है पूरी.
36.
Nice shot.
Sort of.
How long smokes?
Flipping cells.
खत्म. बैटरी खत्म.
Chilling.
बैटरी खत्म है भाई की. खत्म है बैटरी.
He's getting angle on us, I think. No, maybe.
Directly above as well. Just play really small.
Smoking.
Fuck.
I got batted. I got cracked. Batting.
No.
Actually, no. Wait. We have to go for split zip, like the rock, yeah.
You might put a Valkyrie lane on the roof. Still on long enough.
I have one
Trying to
smoke.
shoot them off. They're inside.
I have one cell for shields heals.
If you're bad.
सोलो भी जोन के बाहर है. उनको यहाँ पे खेलना पड़ेगा पता है रिवाइव के लिए. यहाँ पे अगर यहाँ पे गए वो सोलो यहाँ पे गए तो क्रेजी हो जाएगा पता है. क्रेजी हो जाएगा.
You know the smoke, David?
1 second. Fucking.
Batting.
I think. Yeah,
We're gonna try and back out.
खत्म. Trap down. No.
Yeah, you ready? Getting on.
If you die, you die.
Go.
If you die, you die. Oh, भाई they left. Oh my god, भाई. Nice one, Nice call, भाई. If you die, you die. Nice call.
Come on, team landing that team.
नहीं. पीछे. हाँ, पीछे किल. यहाँ पे किलो. Nice. अरे बहुत स्प्लिट हो गया. अब इसको खेलना पड़ेगा. स्पॉट के लिए खेलना पड़ेगा. नहीं रहा है. पुश हो गया. ना. Dead. ना. Down. नहीं. अब चाहिए एक टॉप 5 चाहिए सोल को. टॉप 5 with 6 to 7 kills.
We able to try Valkyrie from that spot and then we swerve.
बैन नहीं की. लगता है मुझे ही अभी करनी पड़ेगी. कास्टिंग करनी पड़ेगी. और यहाँ पे हम देख सकते हैं कि एक बहुत ही बढ़िया सा हमारे पास जोन बन चुका है लेकिन जोन हमें दिख नहीं रहा है. बैन जोन कहाँ गया. अच्छा तो बहुत शुक्र. हाँ हम इसे भी कर सकते हैं कास्टिंग बढ़िया से. इतना डिले क्यों है रे फेस इट पे. अल्टीमेट एक्सेट में जा रहा है. अल्टीमेट के पास ही बहुत से फिर से वही एक एग्रेसिव लाइनअप. शीर मैड मैगी और ऐश बहुत ही ज़्यादा एग्रेसिव लाइनअप. और उन्होंने देखा और उन्होंने ले लिया किल. आई कैन डू वेरी फास्ट भाई. आई कैन रैप बट नहीं. बट आई थिंक द थिंग इज कि फक अनलिमिट घुस चुकी है. भाई तो घुस चुकी है अल्ट मार के. फक अनलिमिट घुस चुकी है. पता है नहीं कैसे. दीज गाइस हैव नाइस लिटिल सेटअप. बट जोन तो बीच में ही आना है. जोन के लिए तो मूव करना पड़ेगा. देख रहे हो दिस इज समथिंग अबाउट एपेक्स. जब पूरा एक लास्ट जोन भी होता है ना तो भी 7 टीम रह सकती है यहाँ पे. अभी 5 हो गए. शील्ड्स पे खेलते भाई एक दूसरे की. लोग मुक्के से मार देते लास्ट में. मूव करना पड़ेगा. क्रेबर है इस पे. ना. फनाटिक फिर से टॉप 5 में. एग्रेसिव लाइन है थोड़ा सा. सपोर्ट है बट टू बी ऑनेस्ट लाइक एक बैठे ही रहो. ओह मैड मैगी फक. नोज को मार रही है. किल ले ली कुत्ते ने. किल ले ली. देख रहे हो कैसे शील्ड पे बैठ के. नाइस वन यार फनाटिक. नाइस वन. 1 HP है दोनों. चुत गए फनाटिक. बट दे हैव कितनी 2 kills राइट. कितनी 5 kills. Oh fuck, he wanted to switch. Swap करता था, shield swap करनी थी. Oh nice one, unlimited. They won भाई. इतनी भाई टीम ऐसी टीम्स जो है ना जो सबसे पीछे थी, ठीक है, सबसे पीछे थी. They playing an aggressive lineup और वो आगे आ रहे हैं. लास्ट में अनलिमिट और ये अनलिमिट हो गया, SBI स्पोर्ट्स हो गया. ये टीम 2-3 दिन तक के बहुत गंदा खेल रही थी भाई. अभी अचानक से अब इनको रियलाइज हो गया डू और डाई करना है. पता नहीं सोल अपनी स्ट्रैटेजी क्यों नहीं बदल रही है. क्यों भाई? व्हाई डू दे वांट टू प्ले सेफ? एपेक्स में सेफ खेलने वालों की जगह नहीं है जी. सेफ खेलने वालों के लिए कोई जगह नहीं है एपेक्स में. आई एम बीइंग वेरी रियल व्हेन आई एम सेइंग दिस. लो ट्रांसफर रिजल्ट 10th पे ना यार. 3 पॉइंट्स कुछ नहीं है यार, कुछ नहीं है 3 पॉइंट्स. इनके बाद आने वाला विचार है. सीरीज रिजल्ट हो गया 12th पे गिर गया. अनलिमिटेड इज ऑन सेकंड मैच. नहीं, 2 पॉइंट्स का गैप है. फिर उसके बाद सीधा 35. सोल को 10 पॉइंट्स, मतलब 10 पॉइंट्स निकालने फनाटिक से ज्यादा. देख लो भाई, डू और डाई है सोल के लिए. लास्ट मैच भाई, डू और डाई.
Wait, oh, I can hear myself.
No, I can hear her. I can hear her. Say something again.
Hey, Dia.
Yeah.
यहाँ लड़की भी फोकस कर रहा है. क्या हो गया भाई? क्या क्या मिलेगा? क्या क्या? अच्छा मिड एंड बॉटम मेरे को देखना चाहिए था क्रॉस एलजीएस चैंप्स बैच बैच तो होना मेरे को होना बैच होना Oh, bonus loading screen. Nice. Oh, 50% off. करना ही पड़ेगा सोल को अच्छा खेलना पड़ेगा दूसरी टीम्स को गंदा खेलना पड़ेगा ग्रो तो कंसिस्टेंट है बहुत सारी टीम्स कंसिस्टेंट है उस बारे में
ALGS champs, thank you so much for being patient with us. You know, we had a little bit of an audio issue, but the one really cool thing about that, Dia, is how crazy this stadium got when Unlimit took that victory. I'm pretty sure their cheers were heard miles away and may have shook the floor.
It is a surreal thing to hear nothing but the sound of the crowd roaring for Fnatic and then subsequently for Unlimit as they took the victory. And I mean, really impressive game from Unlimit. Can I just say, man, does Yuka live up to the
Fnatic वाले बैठ गए
taking a look at that final circle?
Oh no, they are back. ये क्या मजा है ये अच्छा है Oh my god भाई
as it went from 5 fears having a chance at winning
लिक्विड एलियन में रहा हाँ लिक्विड एलियन में रह गया
for a second more. Fnatic played a pivotal role in that end game, and it has earned them a spot at least
लो जी
in the top 10 as they move on up to 9th. But those
सोल को चाहिए 10 पॉइंट्स जिसके लिए सोल को चाहिए टॉप 5 and top 5 with 7 to 6 to 7 kills जब top 5 पे आना है 6 से 7 kills चाहिए तो ही सोल ऊपर आ सकती है they need to play extremely aggressive और वैल्करी भी बैन हो गई है अब क्या करेंगे मेरे को पता नहीं भाई अब सारे एग्रेसिव खेलेंगे
with the transition now onto World's Edge.
सारे aggressive खेलेंगे
SBI are 2 winners so far who will be our third. We have teams hurting for wins, from FYR Strays all the way down to Kenotrope. A win is almost necessary to move yourself into the top 10. And then, of course, you've got VK Gaming, FaZe Clan, Seriale, and Citadel, for which a win will not suffice. You need something more like a miracle.
You need a miracle run, and if there's better time to have it, it is now. Match number 6 on the horizon for elimination round 2. It's do your best or go home.
Our final game on World's Edge. And this time, we will be seeing no Valkyrie. So when you think of panic buttons, when you think of safety, we haven't got Caustic to make you safer. We haven't got Newcastle to give you a place to hide. We haven't got Alter to give you an escape. We haven't got Rampart to bunker you down. And we haven't got Valkyrie to
Rampart
forgive your
नहीं है.
All these choices eliminated, and it is going to come down to aggression, great positioning, great rotations, and the best Apex Legends you have ever played to move yourself into the grand finals.
Well, let's get loud, baby. It's time to lock it in. Our legends are in the dropship. The feet are on the ground, and we are poised to make a comeback run if you're outside the top 10. You said it, Dia. I'm looking for Fire Strays. I'm looking for S8UL and the Wolves, who have been at the door alongside the prior winning champs team. 2 of the 3 members on Aurora looking to run it back. But
Chalo
right
ji.
now, they're at the risk of relegation.
You posed this question earlier, Tiff. Where exactly is our number for the highest points scored in a game so far? It is 31 points so far in this tournament, scored by Alliance. This was scored on
Alliance, हाँ, Alliance is also a good team.
1. And here on day number 3,
5-6 teams है उनमें से ही किसी को first आना है.
even a little bit lower would move you from 20th place to at least 10th right now. So we could set some records. We could break
Penalty
some
के भाई.
records. But right now, it is the teams in the top right-hand corner that are really in the most danger, because they don't need a big breakout game. They just need a good one, and even that can feel so far out of reach. Aurora want to take matters into their own hands by full sending it on the Boogie Boarders, but the Boogie Boarders, they're wise. They know what's up.
Boogie Boarders start in stacks. Aurora, they get Big Mod. Both teams that are at risk. They need to win this fight. Now, if you're Boogie Boarders, do you stay? Do you take this early engagement against Aurora? Or do you back on off? Try to bode them out of Big Mod, out of this cover, because fights in here cannot be the best. But when you look at where you need to go, this is one of those pathways, choke just above Big Mod into Geyser, that a lot of teams
Catalyst.
like in Pajamas might actually rotate up into.
And remember, we've seen a zone like this just
Wraith,
earlier today.
Bangalore.
Taking a look at where VK Gaming are positioned right now, just outside Overlook, that's a good spot. But Legacy, rotating down from Climatizer, they can have a lot of high ground accessible to them as well. This isn't one zone, it isn't one and done, but as a general rule, having high ground near and around Overlook tends to be a game-winning position. We'll see what counter pulls we have, but I'd like to see teams prioritize that more than just VK Gaming.
There's only one thing I learned from watching Star Wars, and it was that high ground is good.
High ground is good.
Away from Star Wars, it's high ground is good, and I don't know, there's something else. I think there's a moral lesson in Star Wars somewhere, but I can't quite.
Didn't learn it. Didn't learn it. That's all I know is Apex high ground and 5 Fears Wolves. VK Gaming are going to be
Nice guy, casting अच्छी चल रही है.
Mango, of course. Where they land in Landslide is one of the easiest to loot POIs. You don't really get a whole lot, but your job is to get out of dodge, get your kills, and keep on moving. And speaking of kills, Crazy Thieves have already expended a lot. We've used a Maggie Ball, we've dropped a wall, and now it's time to get active.
With Crazy Thieves, they are one of the lower stakes teams in this lobby. They're already sitting in 4th place. They are already pretty safe.
Oh my God,
but the Boogie Boarders, that's simply not true of them. 15th place right now and down 1, with Citadel needing every single point possible.
And they've moved on in. Ninjas and Pajamas are here as well. It's an all-out brawl.
What are you doing, भाई? Soul क्या कर रही है? कहाँ push कर गई ये?
A miracle, and you've got Remix down on the ground, and it's Zuni. They're trying to
they need kills.
with the bow check from afar, grabs another. We need a Hail Mary recovery.
To be honest, I think you're getting out of here right now. SAUL, they found a member of Cereale. Not a bad spot for them, but if you're Citadel, you're looking towards the recovery. You're looking to rotate south, negative rotate as far as you can. Stay out of sight. The same as I imagine Cereale are doing as they look for a respawn of their own.
Yeah, but Countdown is just so dangerous right now. Cereale lands in Countdown. Keenatrope from Lava Fissure and AUL have already rotated throughout this, but they have to keep on moving towards the east. But this land right here, north of Landslide,
ये बहुत fucked up area है.
so open, so dangerous, and we gotta get through it. We don't have Valk. We just gotta keep running.
देख क्या स्पीड में आ गया. देख स्पीड देख.
Surprised not to see more Gibbies.
चलेगा.
I think for teams like SAUL, the catalyst being picked up is sort of serving that purpose. It may not be the completely bulletproof dome that Gibby puts down, but it's a lot more flexible and it can really get you to a good end game. Team Mango do find a knock on Yuka. Looks like No Name's not having a good time either as the Crazy Thieves take a chunk out of them.
And this is exactly what's going to happen for this end game as everyone has looked to move in. Sure, we talk about the high ground with the rocks, the bridge of death from earlier, but it's so open that the triple take, the G7 scout, the bow check are going to be your worst nightmare. You will hear those shots in your sleep tonight if you're not in match point finals tomorrow.
Nice patience out of Jen Burton. Just uses the drill to reposition folks directly into the line of sight of his bow check. It's really tricky to siege this truck, though, especially without expending nades. Take a look at the top of your screen. Citadel Gaming, a much-needed recovery, have picked up their full squad again.
Huge. They did that just south of Lava Siphon, so they'll have to filter through Harvester, but they're not going to be alone elsewhere. Aurora in the south, they're waiting. They're chasing it. They're going for it.
Really nice evac tower to get everyone out to safety for right now. Hyarka leads the charge, however, moving on through Lava Siphon and up towards the top end of it. Nobody else in their path. Citadel Gaming appear to have gotten out without too much trouble, and Aurora are not looking to extend the fight again.
That's already जल्दी करो यार. मूवी देखने जाना है मुझे. Tickets are booked.
Well, that 10-point margin is still 29. Keep your eyes on it. Elsewhere, we did see Yuka F get reset.
आई यार चाहिए यार. सोल को चाहिए. Nice wall. Nice wall.
On the trucks, Wolves Esports have fallen. They are outside the top 10, and their journey into finals has ended.
खत्म हो गया.
That siege took so long as well. It was an exceedingly painful bleeding out of Wolves in the truck. And a lot of other teams sat by and watched it happen, knowing that the same or worse could happen to them soon. Crazy Thieves secure their position with not just the kills, but in this ring, perhaps a chance at victory. And Cereale almost made a full recovery, still find themselves down one. Ein has fallen, and Unlimit are gatekeeping them in Skyhook.
स्काइरल कौन सी टीम है? ये कहाँ से आ गई अब अचानक से? ये टीम एग्जिस्ट करती थी?
So we have placed our bets on just moving, and Ayanaga ripped down from Peace. Unlimit knows no bounds when it comes to trying to ruin the dreams of others. Now, mind you, off that win, they found themselves in a safe position.
सोल कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा इनको यार. कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा इनको. और ये भी बहुत fucked up एरिया है, but ठीक है. If you have a support legend, then you can actually stay here. But legacy है सामने इनके. और उनके पास है low ground. और इस पर्टिकुलर मैप, इस पर्टिकुलर पार्ट पे लो ग्राउंड बहुत ज़्यादा फायदे का है, because you can move wherever you feel like. Oh fuck, भाई क्या चला रहे हैं यार 45? हैं? Oh nice try, baby, nice try. Wingman चला रहा है. Wingman Botek, shoot. Nice one, bhai. Both whiff kiya usne. Nice one, bhai. Nice one, Boogie. Nice one, bhai. Nice one, bhai. Bhai, big man, kya whiff kiya, bhai? Shit. Nice one. But they need kills और per DA soul को फटके है. Purple हो चुके लेकिन. अब ये कहाँ जा रहे हैं मूव करके? अच्छा वो सीधा मैप में जा रहा है. जोन है. Oh fuck. They're going on the face of Legacy. Legacy मुंह पे चले गए. Going to the face भाई.
Talk about reset. Seriale just pulled off.
Oh पड़ी सोल को भाग गया वो.
Members back in the game, if not the
Don't tell me फिर से गाड़ी.
in zone. Well, Grow Gaming exceedingly comfortable over here in Monument.
होटल में ना के गया.
Unfortunately, Seriale don't get a moment's of rest.
They are just trying to play Apex Legends here. They are just trying to get into the lobby. And now, even after a small reset, they've got EMPs that are dropping onto their face. A nice moment to try and connect there with the Seer Q. And Ayanaga is looking to locate Grow.
सब एग्री खेलेंगे. सब एग्रो खेलेंगे अभी. सब एग्रो.
Down to a duo, but the banner is recovered.
एग्रो टाइम है अभी.
Packing yet again. We want to be back to a full 3, but we need kills. We need points. We need a miracle.
We need to rip another respawn beacon. There are going to be none left on the map by the time Seriale.
Fuck यार. अब beacon नहीं है. Respawn beacon नहीं है. Shit.
Their macro and their micro.
दो ही अच्छे.
Unlimited are the real menaces of the region right now. They're causing
Replicator भी सब बाहर है.
And as they move forward, we get back to the coveted building of so many streamers. We find some semblance of stability here. We'll find a little area of pocket where we won't take ring damage, where we can guarantee that we have to keep
Hold on.
pulling towards the North Dia. And I'm scared
I
to
thought
say
third zone है ना.
those facts are crazy.
हाँ second zone अभी third start हुआ है.
Rotation. I love the way that Unlimited are using the Ash Portal, getting themselves from place to place, now cutting off Boogie Borders again. It is just Metro alive, and if Boogie Borders go out now, they will not make the finals.
One of our youngest players to grace the stage here. That is where you have to focus because it's tough, right? Especially for some of our most seasoned competitors to find yourself in a position like this. He's smiling. He's like, this is just a mess.
I mean, he's the only Revenant on the stage. How could he not be having fun?
I mean, sure, you've got to do what you got to do. We need 13 more points to hit 10th place. It's not impossible, but we need the full team of 3.
Fnatic, who have that luxury, and even more than that, a spot in the next ring. Feeling pretty darn good. At least with this Watson gen. They don't really have to worry about being pushed, but what I would start worrying about is their rotation, and that's ultimately going to be up to Libel Ace. We're on limit. I think they try and keep as many thoughts out of their mind as possible. It is slay with them, and it works out.
नहीं मेरे को लग रहा है ये ऑरोरा वाले ना वो नीचे से ऊपर आएंगे पता है.
Oh my god, the first pick onto Lava Siphon does them no good here in World's Edge as they are out. They will not be playing tomorrow. And set your sights as Sorale falls to Boogie Borders Metro. He finds a few, and Aurora are being blazed down by a Team Mango who need as many points as possible too.
Aurora, our winners in Sapporo last year, do not make the finals. Shut down at 14th in elimination round 2.
If that doesn't tell you how difficult this tournament run has been for some of our craziest competitors, that very much should. They can't even defend the title. But set your sights to Team Mango, Strafing Flame, Easy Flash, and Crumbs. This is vital for them. They are the one that everyone is looking to knock out.
आई कुछ तो करो.
11th, Boogie Borders go down. We are dropping teams in the bottom 10. Everyone in the top 10 is still up.
So think about it this way. Mango is that benchmark, right? SAUL, they're in 12th. They're 5 points away from this. But if I'm Oblivion, I would just start trying to survive. You're well enough into that top 3. You're great. Same with Crazy Thieves at this point. We get Jen back up on his feet, and we have to stabilize out over the east, but the chaos is for the Mangoes.
करो भाई सोल को चाहिए. अरे क्या ये नीचे क्यों कूदा है?
Maybe Team Mango can secure their spot a little bit more with just the KP that they've got, but their 10th place has not gotten that much safer. Crazy Thieves playing defense on the low ground, have Jen Burton who needs to anchor for the squad, ends up throwing out the Riot Shrill, dealing a lot of damage over time to anybody who chooses to step up. But a nicely placed nade denies them the res on Phony. Crazy Thieves are not being given a minute of reprieve. They have to earn it.
You saw a small pip there. That circle is going to be dangerous with 5 fears already well inside it. They're in 5th place overall, so it's not like they have to worry
Well, push हो रही है नहीं. Oh, they have the zone. Nice भाई. सोल के पास बहुत बढ़िया एंगल है, बहुत बढ़िया जोन है. बस अब बैठना है यार, अब बस बैठना है. हग्गू नहीं करनी, चढ़ना नहीं है किसी पे.
The line right now is 32 points. S8UL, the closest squad at 26 right now. And as you mentioned with the map, S8UL are mighty close to the next zone. 5 Fears will not make it. Another team in the top 10.
भाई सोल चाहिए, भाई चाहिए, चाहिए.
They have got to be the team that we are looking to make their qualification run happen.
And if you are Team Mango, you are
भाई चाहिए भाई, please points, please भाई, please, please, please भाई, please.
SBI Esports have fallen 9 teams remaining.
6 points, 6, only 6. Simple, simple. जोन से मिल जाएंगे 3. रिप्लेसमेंट पॉइंट 3 मिल जाएंगे बस. किल ले लो, 3-4 किल मिल गए. एक असिस्ट मिला, एक किल मिल गई. नाइस नाइस नाइस. नाइस भाई, नाइस नाइस. बैठे रहो, बैठे रहो, बैठे रहो, बैठे रहो, बैठे रहो. हिलना नहीं है, हिलना नहीं है, हिलना नहीं है, हिलना नहीं है, हिलना नहीं है. Oh my god भाई. Points. Oh my god भाई. Crazy यार, crazy, crazy, crazy भाई, crazy. Crazy भाई, सोल crazy. जीत चाहिए, जीत चाहिए. एक चाहिए. P2020 का. एक win. Crazy कर दो भाई. Crazy कर दो. Crazy कर दो यार. Crazy कर दो यार, please भाई. Shit भाई, second आ गया. Oh my god, the third. भाई push कर गए, ये push कर गए. भाई क्या बोचक चला रहा है. Nice भाई. Oh, the second. Oh my god. भाई मेरी फटी पड़ी तो नहीं होगा इनसे. Shit भाई, nice भाई, nice.
But it's Unlimit at the top of the leaderboard who have really put their signature on this lobby.
They truly have, but I love that S8UL is
Unlimit को लेकिन नया एक और एक मैप नहीं देना है भाई, वो बहुत ऊपर चले जाएंगे.
we're taking space, we're looking for information, and Legacy
Please भाई, please.
and same with Sharky, the bow check, a couple of 98s, but just go on the front line. You can see as he loses, he has to have a shield back, but
Oh, ऊपर क्या है वो?
is there coverage from Legacy?
Push हो गया उस पे.
Jesco's been pushed down off the high
Jesco
ground.
पे.
These ash portals, the creative use of them by Unlimit, the coordinated use has unleashed them onto the map. Yularaman, star.
अरे अल्ट पे अल्ट मार रहा है.
Their spearhead is going to move on forward. Alternator in hand. He may be able to win this for them, but Xuvia is down on the high ground. This is
Nice
much
way.
more complicated. S8UL's defense is an iron curtain, and Yularaman swings it, finding one, but going down.
Oh, nice one भाई. Oh, oh shit. Oh, last. भाई. Nice one भाई, nice one भाई. Crazy भाई, crazy भाई, crazy, 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 crazy. Crazy game भाई, crazy game, crazy game. Let's go भाई. Love you guys.
Is going to be a finals appearance for one of the most highly rated teams coming out of APAC South this tournament. They have played out of their minds in the group stage.
Crazy dude, crazy.
Setbacks in the elimination stage, not letting that shake them. This game 6, this was the stuff of miracles, Tiff.
It is 9:45 p.m. here in Japan, and these boys have been playing all day. We talk about fatigue. I mentioned it earlier, Dia.
Crazy भाई, crazy. Love you guys. Love you. कोई सोल वाला कोई स्ट्रीम क्यों नहीं कर रहा?
And if you can take it in game number 6 and you can qualify tomorrow, now you know what's left to do? Win, hoist a trophy, write yourselves back into the history.
Nice one भाई. समझ से कर रहा है. बट इससे स्ट्रीम क्यों बंद कर दिया घंटे पहले सिट ने?
Very true. He's very at home here. It's a really nice finish for S8UL.
Smarts कितने हो गए?
You know they put their heart.
किसी को तो जाना चाहिए एक्चुअली, मैं बोलूँगा. मिस है अच्छा मेरी स्ट्रीम दिख रही है टॉप हैं
watching SAUL climb the leaderboards, make their way
हैं
into 10th and ultimately clutch the win. I also was watching this game and thinking about Unlimit, their climb
nice भाई very nice 19 points very nice but they still have more points 22 on limit but जीता है गेम जीता है भाई nice one भाई very sexy but कितनी 13 kills है इनके अनलिमिट की they literally changed their game in last 2 fucking games पता है इतना गंदा खेल लेते इतने दिनों से कूद के ऊपर आई है सीरीज रिजल्ट नाइस वन फिफ्थ पे नाइस वन भाई सेक्सी 10 points खेलने को नाइस वन SBI फेस क्लैन तो भाई चोड़ी दो नाइस they're going to the finals
it's always been in this particular championship so much higher than we expect. The level of competition that we have seen keeps defying expectations. And SBI
Soul is in the finals now.
I mean, we talk about Unlimit. I couldn't be happier for them. SBI, I feel much the same way. Their group stage was so difficult, and genuinely, as a fan, I was starting to lose hope. But they show up, and in
भैया पहला है nice one
rounds, they make me rethink what this SBI roster can do.
Dia, this is it. We have our 20 teams that are going to be playing to cement
कल मेरे ख्याल से कोई तो जाएगा ही शायद Thug or someone they would go
commentating these games alongside of you as our fans that are still here
कल तो हाउसफुल है पूरा संडे तो पूरा भरा रहेगा
making sure that they give their thanks, they give their support to the teams.
अब ऐसे किसी को एपेक्स से लड़ा फर्क नहीं पड़ता अब सोल देख के पूरा इंडिया देखेगा एपेक्स लेजेंड्स हैं सब बोलते थे डेड गेम है ज़्यादा बेटर मैच मेकिंग है वैलो से 100 times better matchmaking and faster matchmaking than Valo.
Very little time, and it's even less until we crown a champion. These big games, in some ways, are just stepping stones, and they are huge ones. But to hoist
imagine top 40 teams में से top 5 in the whole world right now. Like they're literally in the top 10.
Search for a champion.
And of course, Monsoon back in the match point finals lobby as well with Oblivion. We've got the #1 Oblivion fan right above us as well. Desk, I know you guys have got a lot to break down, so I'm going to send it over to y'all and stop yapping.
Tiff, Dia, fantastic job closing us out of our
round
2 series. And our top 20 teams are now set for tomorrow. And I'm just going to start this conversation off with the winner of that series because we talked about them at halftime. We were questioning, can they do it? What's going on in the first half of the series? I mean, this isn't the team that we saw out of group stage. And I am, of course, talking about Unlimit because they brought it back in the second half of the series. Absolutely smashed their
Crazy
performance. And you
crazy खेला लोगों ने
the literal night and
देख रहे हो 17 14 12th इतने पीछे से ये थर्ड फर्स्ट और सेकंड आए सोचो they went crazy they changed their strategy this is what you need to do अगर कुछ काम नहीं कर रहा है तो तुमको करना ही पड़ता है do or die हो जाता है so they were literally at the last first 3 matches में
it's kind of like what we talked to Crazy Thieves early on when they were doing support and they had the back-to-back wins. It's one of those where backs against the wall, do what we do best, slay out, take fights, and they did exactly that.
Soul winning the trophy नहीं भाई वो trophy तो नहीं हो रहा MP भाई यहाँ पे MP भाई आते हैं out of the blue घुस के मारते हैं trophy तो नहीं हो रहा वो भी सकते हैं ना
the most insane support out of the crowd. Everyone loving the fact that Unlimit was finding their groove yet again in the later half of that series. And I think that's just lending itself to how insane it's going to be here when we hit match point finals tomorrow. Let's take a little bit more of a focused look down as we get to look at the individual level of
so R99 obviously R99 yep G7 Scout R99 alternate बहुत कम चली है but RE45 जितनी चली है crazy
I mean that's insane.
Yeah, I mean we saw them going
Legacy has 42 kills nice Imperial has 55 kills MP भाई MP भाई तो obviously
20 kill game. We know that he has the talent. It was just a matter of can they do it when it matters most in these bracket stages. It was getting a little bit dire there. I was starting to wonder, can they handle that pressure? But they were able to do it incredibly well.
Very, very impressive performance, obviously out of Ularman, but the whole squad in general. I kind of want to get your thoughts on them and what type of threat they can pose in the lobby tomorrow, Grace.
I mean, we've seen what they can when they're actually fragging up, but we've also seen some holes in the armor, some chink in the armor, really. But if they can actually, you know, fix that out, I think that we could be looking at a potential top 5.
Love that. I love that. Well, let's take one more look at one final leaderboard for today as well. It's going to be our Red Bull First Strike leaderboard. Of course, if you're just joining us, that means those were those first team.
Those are first kills, yeah.
Of
First
our
strikes.
matches today, and at the very tippy top of that is Boogie Borders, and that was a team we got to do an interview with, Lace with. I mean, they had a really surprising performance, Jayhawk.
Absolutely, but when you're playing Pathfinder Revenant, I mean, those characters, you just want to jump on teams, so I'm not surprised that Boogie Borders made their way up there. The aggression was on full display.
I mean, they absolutely crush it. We'll get an opportunity to take a look at some of these first strike moments as well. And, you know, we were kind of
Nice one, man, nice
the
one.
entire weekend, is this going to be indicative of
Soul very nice भाई, clap बंदा है भाई, बहुत बढ़िया था.
kills here, Snipe, and I think we saw a little bit of yes and no.
Yeah, I think for a lot of these teams, I mean, getting that first slay in the lobby is going to bode well for your confidence. I mean, I think for Legacy specifically in this last series, getting those early picks, especially on a team like Unlimit, you know, they tracked them down, they fought them, and that really gave them momentum in those first... honestly, one of the main things I'm noticing is teams are dominating on maps and then struggling on the other half of the map. We have Legacy who dominated E-District and then really had a very poor performance on World's Edge in general. They didn't get very many points. And then you have, you know, Unlimit who had, I think it had 3 points total going into the World's Edge matches. So I think tomorrow's going to be one of the most diverse map sets. We're swapping over and over and over.
Yeah.
We got more Olympus coming up because that map has only been showcased one time. So it's going to be very interesting to see the dynamic, and I think we're going to see the most well-rounded team come out with the win.
Well, you're talking about tomorrow. Let's start previewing it, okay? Let's talk about the teams that have made their way through to our match point finals, because we heard the casters talking about it. We're going to be talking about it. We have now whittled the competition down to the top 20 teams in the world, Grace.
Top 20 teams in the world right now. Damn, nice.
Look at who's going to host the trophy in general, right? But you have to remember, this is the current top 20.
Impy bhai, Impy bhai, Impy bhai, Impy bhai.
That's a huge achievement. And
Chalo guys, I'll take your leave now. Need to go.
Always try to look at this is a finalist team because they're that good.
I mean, we were talking all weekend long about how this was going to end up. Couldn't really tell because everyone's performance throughout the whole weekend was really, really strong. And now we see just how stacked that lobby is. Jayhawk, give me your thoughts.
This lane has been so
Chalo guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. It was a very nice stream, yaar. I had a lot of fun. We'll be back tomorrow for the finals. I would be rooting for Impy bhai obviously and Soul for the whole team, but Impy bhai on the other side. So yeah. Chalo guys, milte hai bhai. Bye bye. Good night. Have a great one. Bye bye.